sitting back on their haunches on those top tiers, but we are seeing, as we said, the Bison cruising out to a chance. Let's see how it goes.
Aki matchup as NoGoodCitizen starts us off with an incredibly aggressive opening play.
Oh man, I mean, we've seen Bison take over, and Aki really needs time to kind of ramp up, needs those combos to hit first, but I mean, the Bison opening feels so good, and you know that Bison has the ability to kind of shut down any chance that you want. I mean, take a look at this, just control out the gate.
Yeah, just Pato's barely getting to press any buttons. NoGoodCitizen is so great at setting up these throws and working off these drive rush, using the scissor kicks and that Psycho Crusher to lock Pato down. And what tools do you think Aki has that Pato can be using here to get out from under this pressure?
I would say just really trying to land those combos and really denying any follow through. I mean, I love these blocks that are coming out, understanding that, hey, you can't rush this. You have to play smart, and I love this round 2 comeback style. You're really making sure that you are in control from start to finish. So far, hasn't been touched in this round.
Yeah, I like what Pato's doing with using the drive rush as kind of a neutral skipping tool. Just getting right in NoGoodCitizen's face during his recovery phase. Right now, NoGoodCitizen puts Pato in burnout, gets some throws going, has critical art ready if he wants it. Probably not going to need it at this rate. Is he going to go for another throw?
Oh! Simplistic is all you can ask for, and blocking that one out as well. Pato has nothing in there. NoGoodCitizen is, in fact, a good villain at this point, and trying to turn it around, but it's not going to happen. Very nicely done, NoGoodCitizen.
And of course, Pato does have another game where that came from. Those adjustments were starting to work out for a bit, so the question is, can Pato have better luck going forward?
I mean, that round 2 looked good. I will say the round 2 looked good, but that was off of just kind of control in the start, getting a very nice opener. Right now, NoGoodCitizen is once again forcing the corner action. Aki needs to be able to get out, tries to use that projectile to stay safe, but you hop right into the fist, so NoGoodCitizen is just like, yeah, that's no problem for me at all.
Interesting little interaction there with the catching him on the hitbox, but NoGoodCitizen only needed that one opportunity to get a brutal combo going in burnout now, but not at all deterred. All well on his way to getting onto set point as they both fight out of burnout.
Sometimes NoGoodCitizen is just that good. 3 rounds in a row, looking for a 4th. If you can, it's just going to be that good time. Once again, the round number 2 starts, and Pato seems to have a very good opening. This time going with a little bit more verticality, ensuring the juggle goes through and not hitting that wall too quickly. That's going to be half HP gone, so it's NoGoodCitizen to try and ramp back up.
Parries the drop this time, and this has been recurring throughout the whole set so far. Pato really wakes up in the second round, but the question is he giving up too much momentum as he takes his first round of the set with a perfect?
I mean, that's going to be wild start here. We mentioned that ability to kind of ramp into it, and can you keep it going for that round 3? But there's the throw again. We know NoGoodCitizen loves to break up the combo game out of Pato and say, no, you don't get that chance. I'm going to throw you if you leave an opportunity on the ground, and I will force you out of your comfort zone. Another catch from the air. Nicely done by NoGoodCitizen, rushing through the projectile.
Yeah, just Bison is all about bullying, about oppression, about stopping you from pressing anything at all and smothering you. And that's exactly what NoGoodCitizen did to move himself on ahead of you and to go on ahead of you. As we go straight into it, Defuse the loot player, parries the early Blanka ball into Sand Trap already and catches Ruffian with a rising knuckle. This is going to be a very fun matchup, I can tell already.
I already feel like Ruffian's ready for the costume contest, right? Like, Ruffian's already set for the costume contest. One of the best out there. I love that outfit, but showing off saying, listen, the mascot can come to play. There ain't no way to deal with it, and I am going to win round 1, no problem. And Defuse is just like, hey, how the heck do I deal with this?
Yeah, he was onto something with that early parry and setting up a bit of a fireball trap, but Ruffian warms up so quickly and is so comfortable at any range he can take his Blanka. He can get in on you in an instant, and Defuse gets some good work going with crossing him up, setting up the traps, and rushing him into the corner. Gets a throw going. Is he going to go for another one? He's not going to need to.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice one. Defuse showing off in style, and now you get that chance dodging out on the early start, but there it is. Ruffian said you dodge once, now I'll be right back. in the early initiative, and once again with another grab to start. This is just a brutality.
Yeah, and right now what you have, you got that Blanka set up, not going to have a whole lot doing there. The Blanka balls are coming out and gets Defuse stuck in the corner, crosses him up, forces him to turn off, gets him into burnout. And this is not Noah the Prodigy, everyone. He is in a deeply troublesome place right now as the Ruffian takes the first game.
That's just Ruffian being an amazing talent here. Great block to start though. Defuse has done this before, was able to start one of the blocks off quick, was able to jump up, get those counters as well, but it's always Ruffian that tends to be able to ramp back up. 3 currently on the ticker, and you know, Ruffian knows how to play this, empties out that gauge as well, forces Defuse into a defensive position.
Yeah, and of course, he has a level 1 ready if he wants it. He drive rushes the Defuse into the corner, gets him in stun, and that is so much punishment, showing why he is the champion 6 times over. This is Ruffian's playground. Everyone else just gets to use his toys.
That's going to be the strength here, and honestly, Ruffian setting themselves up for a victory given the opportunity, but stopped at the beginning, and you know what? Ruffian said, not today. We ain't dealing with that today. That will be all mine, but Defuse fighting right back, forcing Ruffian into the corner, and it looks like this overwhelming might is going to come through, and Ruffian has no answer.
Yeah, right now he's just caught up in the air, but punish counters immediately, and the Blanka ball has been frequently read by Defuse through this set. Ruffian likes to use it to set up a throw or a grab, but other than those kick throws, Defuse has had a lot of luck blocking and parrying them and countering them immediately.
It's just been, you know, that hit or miss kind of style here in Defuse, realizing that this might be that struggle, empties out as well and just saying, I need that chance, but that goes the way of Ruffian, and Ruffian now gets a massive combo time off, spends 2 off that meter, and it's just gonna be oh so good.
You could see him trying to maybe not quite fake Defuse out, but psych him out too. Defuse was hesitating because he knew the threat of the Blanka doll was there. It could be activated at any moment. This is exactly what he was afraid of, and he is about to go down unless that critical art comes out. Not going to use it this time, gets him thrown into the corner, gets another throw going after drive rushing in, but that was not enough to deter the champion.
Ruffian says no stopping.
Up ahead too much. You have to focus on what's in front of you because EC at least once has gone down in pools to a Ryu, and right now we have a very fun matchup coming up as Petrafied already off on the right foot.
Very, very convincing and controlling is the best way I can put it. This is going to be a chance, but already both players now standing back saying, okay, how bad can this go? And what can we do to kind of deny any further follow-up? I like that wait, though. EC saying, okay, let's take this one nice and slow, and now just rush right on out. Petrified trying to block their way out of this corner, but it's not going to work as easily as you would like. Oh!
Yeah, EC might be playing on hard mode if he keeps running into setups like that, but a very comfortable life lead. Both of them have level 1 if they want it, and the fun play engine is there for EC, who doesn't need it to take the first round, but that easily could have gotten scared fast.
Oh yeah, this is going to be that that taste of a problem, I should say. This is going to be once again Petrified looking at what could be another champion in the making, someone that has already touched that crown a few times, and EC knows how to work their way around Ryu. I think anyone that has won tournaments or played in 80 tournaments at least knows how to deal with Ryu, knows their fight style, and knows what they need to do to really get comfortable. That's 2 grabs in a row to be able to catch the Ryu off guard, so Petrified once again trying to fight back towards center stage.
Yeah, Petrified seems to be having trouble dealing with EC's throat and dealing with his options to skip through the Fireball War to go straight into supers like this, well on his way to taking the first game, and Petrified has to figure out something fast. What tools do you think he has with Ryu to stop this from Juri and EC?
I think you gotta find some quick little taps. I mean, you gotta look for those quick chips in there. Right now, EC just feels kind of overwhelming when given the right opportunity. It's not strength overwhelming, it's technical overwhelming. Take a look at how EC is just playing slow, waiting for the right opportunity. Petrified needs to recognize this and, you know, not only find their own opportunities, but also just be willing to kind of send a gamble in. You just gotta fight it out.
Yeah, finding moments like that. Not expecting the wake-up DP, though. And EC starting to come back into the corner. Sticks low. Sticks nice and low and slow. Reads the DP attempt and punishes it. And well on his way to putting himself on set point. Drive rushes straight in. Sets up the throw. Keeps the Petrified in the corner. And not letting him have the advantage. Not letting him take any momentum for himself.
That is the strict play style, I would say, out of EC, really showing control and dominance. There it is once again, just getting that two-piece kick in. It's just so easy. And Petrified is just like, dang, how do I even deal with this? Look at EC just creating so much space, forcing Petrified to get close. And then EC is just like, hey, give me half a second. I'm going to combo out of this, and you will have not an answer at all.
EC is also doing very well at reading when Petrified is going to go for a grab. He shimmies away and immediately punishes it. And right now he's eating a lot of hurt as the drive rushes come out. Both of them with level 3 if they want it. And EC just really just trying to run away. Goes for his own level 3. Catches him in midair. I don't think this is going to be quite enough to kill. But it is going to put Petrified on life support for staying in the tournament. Because EC, the two-time champion, has won the set.
Just so clean, and it's just such a different. Absolutely, for those that do follow sumo, it will be an absolute treat. We get right into it though. We're gonna get a little bit of fun. Akuma also rocking out here, as that's gonna be Sledge on the left side of your screen.
Yeah, and really just feeding ZombieAzteka these parry opportunities as Tekka goes over the fireball, straight into a sweep, straight into a grab, already has 2 medals going, and crosses Sledge up, and I don't think Sledge was expecting such a fast opening.
Yeah, that was, you know, these kind of like quick upstart styles. It's good, but there's Sledge sending a very hard reel through and saying, listen, you might need the medals to start things up, but I got the strengths in there overall, and that early start means next to nothing if you can't use it at all. What a catch with that uppercut. A little bit of a punish, and it's more than that. A Sledge takes round 1.
You know, this is all about how you adapt and how you recover, so it's good to see that Sledge didn't get too in his own head when ZombieAzteka had that incredibly aggressive start, uses the drive rushes to stay right in ZombieAzteka's face, sees the sweep coming this time, and batters ZombieAzteka straight into the corner. Is he gonna go for another throw? He shimmies instead, baits out the grab attempt, and he is going ham on ZombieAzteka.
This is like a perfect mix of what we saw earlier, overwhelming strength and technical understanding. As you said, baited out that grab, knew it was going to be thrown, and then opened up an absolute can of brutality. So Sledge, very nice on that game number 1 and looking for a game number 2 right out of the gate.
Yeah, and Sledge doing a very good job of reading ZombieAzteka's options there. You saw that he saw that cross-up coming from a mile away, and he's also trapping Zombie in a parry animation and using that to kind of skip neutral with the drive rush, and right now just pouring on a load of pressure.
Now using those projectiles just to stay a little bit further away, waiting for the right call, and you can see there, just waiting, baited it out once again, and it's a simple time. Sledge looking at a 4-0 round score with a 2-0 game score.
Yeah, this close to an immaculate set, and certainly chasing that dragon, trying to make it happen. And the thing I've heard a lot with grappler characters is that the best grappler players play their character like a character who has throws, not just a capital G grappler. So what ZombieAzteka has to factor with is that Sledge kind of knows the grappler playbook. He knows those grab attempts are coming. He knows those attempts to set up command grabs are coming. And right now goes straight into the super to finish things off and takes an immaculate set. 4-0, 2-0, no trouble whatsoever.
Akuma wins.
I would like to say Sledge had the most control in December, and it seems like the transition over to January is still the exact same. However, here's the shift to Chun-li and Rashid. These two not seen as the popular picks from December, but still very fun overall.
Yeah, we saw a few Rashids here and there, but not very consistently. Obviously, you know, we always get the same few people who go very far in this tournament, and they're playing characters like Juri, Blanka, Bison, Luke, but you never mind seeing a Rashid on screen. Maybe if you're fighting against one, but it's never dull to watch.
And right now, we're just seeing the whirlwind of Rashid do work in the corner, but unfortunately, it was up against the blocks. Come down here, and we know Chun-Li's can do some work. What a catch, though. In center stage, Midnight realizing that maybe they're in for a world of pain. Liquid O saying, this is all I need. Once again, you're in the corner. There ain't no chance. And it's going to be a very nice little finish here. As we mentioned, the flashiness that comes out of a Rashid versus the likes of an Akuma is very good.
Yeah, and Liquid O is doing a great job of catching what MidnightIsle is throwing out, reading these cross attempts, but not this one! What a beautiful jump in off the fireball attempt, but gets baited into a grab attempt that doesn't work out, gets the throw tech again, goes through his own Kikoken, is MidnightIsle, and right now just trying to not have what happened last time happen. Trying to keep that Rashid penned in and keep him from running wild, because if you give a Rashid a lot of room to run, they're going to take it.
I mean, we've seen it before in the earlier rounds, so now it's MidnightIsle saying, okay, I have an HP lead, I can block a little bit more, I can do my work, and I just have to wait for a catch opportunity, but a little bit of burnout here as MidnightIsle has to try and build a back up. Liquid O trying to press the advantage, but you're low on HP, so you can't really have it work, and instead you're on a sliver. Liquid O realizing that they only got one chance to really make this work.
Yeah, has that critical art if he wants to. A great way to steal the momentum. I'm not so sure he's interested in using it. Doing his best at a burnout, and here it comes indeed.
Oh my gosh, what a turnaround from Liquid O here in game one. That was by far the closest round we've seen thus far, and MidnightIsle has to be burning that oil saying, dang, can't believe that just happened. How did that happen?
Yeah, that is the importance of staying mentally present, and you talk about the Shin, Gi, Tai, Trinity, mind, body technique, that is all a question of mind, because Liquid O saw his opportunity to use that critical art to steal the round, and took it after a little setup, and you just can't overwhelm yourself like MidnightIsle seems to be doing.
I mean, this is Liquid O really coming into their own after the last round as well. MidnightIsle kind of sitting there going, how the heck do I bounce back? I mean, they're on 1 HP even so still trying to chip away, still trying to get their own, use about half, just trying to fight in as much as possible. There's going to be a grab, and Liquid O sitting very, very pretty, chases over top and uses the overhead to carry on with the round. That'll be Liquid O, just one more to go.
Beautiful little mind game too, because he crosses MidnightIsle up and jumps straight over him again. MidnightIsle probably expecting him to stay in place for a while and set up a combo, right? But no, immediate second change.
Right now, it feels like MidnightIsle is starting to come into their own once again, but took a little bit too wide of a swing, which means Liquid O gets the chase factor, forcing a little bit of a burnout as MidnightIsle has been in this situation before. Liquid O gonna chase once again from corner to center, waits for the jump, and now gets a lot of damage down.
Yeah, that is so much damage, and goes straight into a super art that catches him on the way down, and that should be enough for Liquid O to move on ahead. It's not quite, but look at that burnout. Look how little health there was, and MidnightIsle was wide open for that tornado. Thinking through it, he finds he can't answer the question, and we're gonna see a question answered. Can InsanityVeins answer the question of how to stop the champion?
And with a Kimberly, no less. This is a character I haven't seen in a decent amount of time here. And for Ruffian, I think just does not care. Either two grabs very quickly on and forcing Insanity into the corner with a quick little mix-up, dancing above some of those big challenges right out the gate, but a nice reversal puts Insanity into prime control, forcing Ruffian to try and take a defensive position.
And we don't see Kimberly very often, and I have to wonder if a bit of matchup unfamiliarity is concerned. Maybe Ruffian hesitated for a moment and was like, hey, how do I play against Kimberly again?
Well, looks like just like that.
Yeah, that's
looks just like that.
That's kind of what you want to do, actually. You know, that's about right.
Oh man, Ruffian saying no big worries. Maybe not as fast-paced as they started off in their previous matches, but still that same control. The Blanka covering a lot of ground with those same grabs, and all of a sudden you see Ruffian say, This is how I play this matchup. Once again, I will be in control. I will be all in your face. And look at that juggle. Insanity on a single sliver, and Ruffian finishes it off.
Yeah, finished off that game with a level change, faking out which direction he was going to go. I think Insanity thought he was going for a cross-up, so he turns around to block in the wrong direction and gets hit from behind, but reads the jump in, gets parried, gets grabbed off the parry, and Ruffian uses the drive rush to get straight in and put him in the corner again.
I mean, that is just chaos in the making. And Ruffian just saying, I don't care what you're going to do. Insanity has got nothing. You can see just a single tap is all it's going to take to finish off. You are in burnout, but honestly, I don't think Ruffian cares too much. All you need is a single hit. And that single hit can come at any point. Granted, Insanity is really forcing the issue.
That stun's there, and can Insanity come back with the 1 pixel? Certainly giving it the college try, and might be about to take his first round of the set. The champion has played.
Round 2. Fight.
What a turnaround right there. Very, very nicely done. Even in a stun moment, InsanityVeins said that's a perfect time for me to reverse. That is now twice we've seen these reversals come out here, and that ability to stay consistent, to stay cool under pressure. And Ruffian now eating a lot of that damage back. InsanityVeins, though, remember, they're already down 1 game. They have to play this one careful. Nice little toss.
This is not a game where life doesn't matter very much, but right now only 1 good hit away. And he catches him coming down, already playing low, trying to keep his eye level low, but eats the punish counter for Ruffian to put himself on set point. You can just win out of nowhere like that in this game.
Oh man, that's twice chasing as well. Ruffian taking the advantage by forcing a corner action. Insanity has really nothing to count for. Gets a sliver, but still forced right back in. Was trying to parry their way out and keep themselves safe with those blocks, but Ruffian is covering high, low, and mid. Ain't no challenge, but there's gonna be a huge hit just to try and create some space.
And it's sure gonna do that. Steals back a lot of momentum, but that is still a pretty hefty life lead. Gets straight into the grab, armors through it, but to no avail. That was a shocking way to finish the set.
And hopefully we get in. There we go. It is gonna be the doll versus the Harouto playing that one out. Already kind of dancing their way forward. I love this. Liquid O going with the extendo Legos, cuz this is gonna be a little bit silly. Harouto gonna have a struggle of getting into that frontwards position. You can already see how far away they're playing, but Harouto inching forward ever so slightly.
Yeah, and you can see what I was talking about with Liquid's control of space and his opponent's expectations. Uses that little dive kick as a cross-up tool to get away from the jump-in, sees the drive rush coming, gets caught a little in a weird little hitbox interaction, but stays in control. Yoga teleports in to get in Haruto's face, but Harouto not deterred. You know, trying to make something happen, trying to steal back some momentum, and that life lead can disappear in an instant.
Oh, 100% it can, and that's why we're watching these little slow fireballs kind of creep out. I love that attempt at keeping low end going. That's going to be the toss, though, so it feels like Harouto might have that chance, but as quickly as it goes, Liquid O is like, yo, I will breathe fire in your face. And just like that, there is no opportunity. The OG met with another OG as Liquid O takes round 1.
Yeah, and we were talking about Liquid O's ability to just box you out like that. Uses the stretchy limbs with the Yoga Fire, and Harouto kind of playing a little more passive and cautious. Reads that air jump and gets right onto a fireball for his trouble. Reads the cross-up attempt with the Yoga Teleport. It doesn't really help him, but I'm not sure Liquid O was expecting that.
I think a big part about that one was just trying to reposition. Liquid O trying to get into the center ground again and eats it up. Haruto's like, great, you're in my range right now. And now you're waiting for a quick show. You can reach another jump. And that's perfect timing, but misses!
Whoa.
Misses on the whistle. Liquid O is going to get retribution used against him. Harouto finds an opportunity, even the score up.
Yeah, can't quite kill off that, but that is so much momentum and steal back. The drive rush was red, but Liquid O's on burnout, forced to turtle up, forced to back off towards the center of the ring, and can't get away from these jabs.
Oh man, but was able to block a majority share of them, which means now you get that freedom to chip, and you are 100% gonna chip. Tries to teleport in again, jumps high though, gets swung on the foot. You're blocking for your life. All you need is one tap, and that'll be the low blow. Arms extended as Liquid O takes game 1.
That's what we were talking about with conditioning your opponent too, because Harouto wasn't looking for that crouching punch. He was focused on sealing the deal and keeping Liquid O on the end of that fireball. Didn't read the option in time, but what he is reading is these yoga teleports. It seems lately like every time Liquid O goes for it, Harouto reads it.
I mean, right now, I think that Liquid O is starting to realize that one as they get another punish counter. Easy job. As well, that's 2 in a row that they've been able to pull out. So Harouto now recognizing that, hey, maybe I'm getting red as well. Good blocks to come out on either end. Liquid O a little bit lower in the HP department, but trying to take a little bit of a swing as Harouto jumps in the air once again. Extended foots, just to try and keep everyone at arm's length. And Liquid O saying, okay, let's block, let's go, let's fight.
Yeah, Liquid O pretty good with the parries, but keeps getting caught in these long combos. We're stuck on the end of a jab, and Harouto times the get-up perfectly to take the round. That was just absolutely beautiful reading when Liquid O was going to come up.
Oh, man. This is going to be another chance as Harouto was like, yes, I have the opportunity. I have the chance here. Quick blow in the air as Liquid O channeling a little bit of anger, if you will. Just spitting out those fireballs, keeping them at arm's length, and ensuring that nobody gets too far in the mix. Great read on the air, but this time Harouto chasing in, and is not looking for the combos. I really, really respect this. Not looking for combos, instead looking for chips. You don't need full blows. You just need those 1-2 taps, and you just slowly chip away at the HP. But Liquid O saying, I got combos for days.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting clash of strategies here. But right now, it's Liquid O putting himself on set point, who might have the right read of it, the right strategy. Harouto needs to make something happen, or he's going to lower bracket.
Sometimes you gotta keep up with the times here. Gotta make sure that you're ready to play. And right now, Liquid O is saying, maybe I wasn't as ready as I thought, but I'm still good to go. Game up, rounds even, and Harouto recognizing that they gotta pull a little bit of a miracle out. Ready to chase, jumps in with that kick, but answered back by Liquid O's swinging arms.
Yeah, Liquid O tries a bit of a drive rush, drops the idea pretty quickly. Yoga teleports in, gets him on the other end of the Yoga Fire, and Haruto's very good at parrying these, very consistent parries. But what Liquid O is doing is he's using the parry animation to trap Harouto in place, and here it comes! Liquid O gets the kill!
KO through the fire, sending a little bit of happy thoughts their way. Liquid O falling to the lower bracket, and they will be facing off, I believe against the likes of Malvenom, but we are headed into the BO5s. Let's get it. We get to see Hakoian. I'm so sorry for butchering the name, but we get a Ken. We get a Ken.
Yeah, and this is going to be an absolute car crash of a match to start off. The top 8, Hakoian on the Ken and blocking the Blanka ball setup, goes straight through Ruffian and takes an early life lead, but loses the momentum as swiftly as he got it. Welcome to top 8, everybody. The defending champion trying to keep his crown.
Oh, and punish counters stopping a lot of what the Ken wanted to do, and now Ruffian gets freedom to juggle, jumps forward, another counter to come in, plus the grab, reading everything, and then some, even reads a second grab behind, and that's going to be the round of Ruffian.
I mean, Ruffian is just so good at those reads and the split-second reactions, too. The perfect parry doesn't really get Hakoian anywhere, and he's fighting a little slow, but drive rushes through that fireball and doesn't get anywhere from it. I mean, RUFIANmx can just switch the momentum on you so fast.
I honestly feel like Ruffian knows this matchup inside and out. That is now the third punish counter that we've seen in a relatively short span. It's just been overwhelming might in their favor. RUFIANmx now looking for even more brutal action, as that's from corner to middle to corner, and it was just well done. RUFIANmx taking game 1 in style.
Yeah, definitely, and Hakoian was definitely in the fight a few times there, but Ruffian is just so good at adjusting his game plan and making it work. And you see him do that again, that style of his, where he uses the Blanka ball not only as an attack, but a way to skip neutral, to steal turns. And Hakoian returning the favor with the drive rush off that perfect parry.
Oh, using the fireball to break things up once again. Knew that the ground coverage was going to be real, so now forcing the Blanka into the corner. We mentioned this is one of the few times that we've seen Ruffian get caught in here, and Hakoian saying this is all ours, and that's a quick swap that you needed. Ruffian knowing how to get out of that mix and said this is perfect. Now rushes in a little bit further, just needs one good blow, but a punish counter to come out for the Ken might lead to some good damage, but in comes the electricity themselves as Ruffian is saying you have no gauge, you have no opportunity. This is the read back in opportunity.
I mean, good way to get out, but Ruffian has that slide whenever he wants it.
Oh! Oh!
There with that DP. Why would he do that?
You know, I didn't know how close it could get. Apparently, it could get closer than we saw earlier. Holy!
Yeah, I mean, just one move blundering the entire round. I am sorry to call it how I see it, Hakoian, who is trying not to let it get in his head and take the fight to the burnt-out champion.
Let's see if they can follow through. Ruffian trying to just kind of cover up their own side. Good electricity to knock them back a little bit, but a good Shoryuken to punch them right back into the corner. It feels like Hakoian has really got this sealed as that's another stun up and get a full combo piece, and you're not going to drop it here. Bring on the pain as that's the round back going to round 3.
This might be one of the first final rounds we've seen all night. It has been very bad. It's been a lot of games where one person's doing all the driving, and Hakoian definitely not going to let himself go down that easily. Gets a punish counter from the drive impact, sends him all the way into the corner, but we've been talking all night about how good Ruffian is at recovering.
I mean, we haven't seen it for the last few rounds, but honestly, it's starting to come back to them. This is going to be the corner catch, and it's once again a chance and a half. Punish counter to come out, swaps positions once again, electricity to be burst out if you can land the damage, but RUFIANmx lands very little there, so Hakoian reading through that burst, but unfortunately the base is too good. RUFIANmx 2-0 here in winner's top 8.
Yeah, and Hakoian at several points there on the right track, so it's going to be a question of if he can keep that momentum going. But of course, RUFIANmx very used to fighting Kens. I mean, it seems like everybody plays Ken. It seems like everybody on ranked is Ken. And RUFIANmx fights a lot of very strong Kens, not only here in Breakout, but down in his native Mexican scene, where he's in World Warrior qualifiers against the likes of Uriel Valorio, for example. So, someone very used to this matchup.
Let's see what they can do right now. It's going to be brutality to open up as we are into game number 3, and RUFIANmx saying, yo, play with this toy. Watch me electrify you. And Hakoian's like, please no, this is the training center. Let me train a little bit. Let me get the damage in. And Ruffian says no.
That was an interesting thought there. I'm not sure what Hakoian was going for. You saw Ruffian kind of bait out a grab attempt, but runs himself right into the drive impact. And right now, Hakoian trying to do the driving. Not going to get a chance. Ruffian almost perfect to put himself on set points.
Oh man, all you need is one more catch, and Hakoian realizing that their back is against the wall opens up with a nice little combo, but you need more. Chases in, catches Ruffian jumping, but not much more than that. Hops over, quick little 2-piece, and then the leg hook into the full drive. Look at this damage to come out. Ruffian in a world of pain.
Yeah, but recovering from it beautifully, even in burnout, forcing Hakoian back, gets out of the corner masterfully, uses the Blanka ball, misses the grab though. Hakoian with a world of hurt. Ruffian has his critical art, but probably not going to get a chance to use it. Forces some distance, uses the Blanka jump, but misreads the moment. Hakoian puts himself on the board again to keep his tournament alive.
Honestly, it was a well-timed play, and Hakoian starting to get some comfortability here in this matchup, really throwing down once again in the corner side. Punish counter to come through twice, repeated, and Hakoian eats a lot of damage right there. Both players recognizing that they're starting to get red a little bit. Hakoian forcing Ruffian back into the corner, but another piece of the puzzle, the meter getting burned a little bit here.
Yeah, and Hakoian very willing to give up a little space to force Ruffian to overextend, which he does rarely, but when he does, it really hurts, and grabs him straight out of the drive rush. Not able to get over the super, though, not quite able to get past the activation. Parries a fireball, tries to keep himself out of neutral, and forces a little space, forces a bit of a reset.
All right, well, let's see if they can go through. One more hit is all it needs, and it is! Hakoian carrying onwards 2-1 position. The comeback option is available.
It certainly is, and I think this is our first set not to be a straight washout by the winner. You know, this is the first time one person's gotten another game on the board, and Ruffian not wanting to let Hakoian enjoy his newfound momentum gets a bit of a throw loop going, and it keeps him in the corner. Is he gonna go for another one? He does, using the jumping kick to set it up. Is he doing it again? He does the jump kick, but avoids the grab this time, and that might have been a costly error.
Oh no, this is gonna be the problem. A little bit of a dance as Hakoian saying, please give me that option, but no, Ruffian able to fight back. This time, mixing it up as much as possible, not leaving themselves open to that painful counter. Just needs one more hit and they get it. The drop kick works wonderfully. RUFIANmx says thank you very much for the round.
Yeah, puts himself on set point, about to head into winners finals. His birthright as champion, a 6-time champion. He doesn't know who Hakoian is, and he doesn't care. Hakoian's in the way.
Ooh. A little bit of a chance here. He's gonna roll in as RUFIANmx making a show of what feels like the final round. Hakoian looks all lost right now. And a single blow could end it all because of that bounce. Look at that. The Blanka ball just does so much work, and you hop over it. It's a perfect round for Ruffian.
Perfectly putting himself in winners final. That one seemed to ed. Liquid does have a good ed in his pocket and has a lot of the same space control options with that ed, with the flickers and psycho strings. So we'll see how well he's able to get it in action against EC.
I mean, Juri can do some work too. What a catch, though. Punish counter in the books. EC not liking that opening. And this is going to be a little bit of a chance. Look at this dance in and out. As you mentioned, that attempt at coverage with the ed. But Liquid O now playing their third unique character here. And it feels like EC is just like, I don't, you know, we'll see how it goes, but able to break through that defensive barrier and forcing the corner action.
Well, there's something to be said about being a jack of all trades, and that's that you're a master of none. Liquid O, very proficient with all of his characters, but against a specialist and a character loyalist like EC, you gotta wonder if he's leaving too much mental real estate unsold.
Yeah, this is gonna be a chance and a half here. A little bit of a question to be left on the table. And I'm just sitting there going, who is going to be it? I'm a little bit of a concern myself as Liquid O is still in that rough spot here. Take a look, quick punch to the top of the head, and it misses as EC is like, cool, I'll take that damage for free, thank you.
Yeah, but a little too eager to finish things off and might not need to regret it at all. Here comes the super to take game one in dominant fashion.
We mentioned that EC feels like a king when it comes to really controlled, refined gameplay, always waiting for the right moment to strike and attack. And I think they've done it so well that Liquid O might be changing out characters here, which I wouldn't be I wouldn't be upset about. I do feel Liquid O may have been playing around a little bit too much. Said, okay, let's get things right back under control. Let's go back to our namesake and make it work.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I mean, any of his pocket characters are an interesting matchup against EC and against Juri. That seems to have a lot of success with the Dhalsim. That's what we saw come out against Harouto. So I am a little curious what's going to come out here. And it's also a chance for him to catch his breath, to kind of mentally go over what just happened in the past game, and force EC to cool down a little. Because obviously EC with a whole head of steam now, hot and heavy, and very much warmed up. But now doesn't get to jump straight back into it and loses some of that precious early momentum.
I'm going to be sitting here and going, hey, you know, what's going to happen and how is it going to play out? EC so far looking comfortable, but now Liquid O possibly changing into that more comfort level character. And
yeah, here he comes. Here comes Dhalsim.
Alrighty, let's roll it. Let's have some fun. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Forces a bit of space to start things off. Heavy on the Yoga fireballs. We've been seeing that into the Yoga teleport cross-up that Liquid O likes so much. But EC, not wanting to give him any room to press, reads the grab attempt and keeps him splatted against the wall.
I mean, this is EC to a nutshell. We mentioned EC is so good at his control, refined movements, and maybe hasn't played against Dhalsim before, but should know some of these combinations. Once you get the mix-ups inside, you're going to be good. Nice little teleport to try and move to the other side. But again, EC reads that one, says, please, no chance to get away with this 1, 2, 3 times. Liquid O playing with a pretty low HP bar.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, not much gets lower than 0. And EC trying to make sure Liquid regrets switching.
I mean, I think this is going to be EC putting themselves on 2-0 position. Liquid O might be looking down the barrel of an unfortunate position. I mean, the Dhalsim just trying to get that teleport in, but not really finding heavy connections. We're not finding those combos that we saw earlier, and instead it's all EC. Look at that damage come out here. Forces the corner action once again.
Yeah, and doing very well at reading things like the teleport attempts, parrying these fireballs, but here comes the cross-up again, blocks almost the whole darn thing. Liquid might be able to get a bit of momentum here, but he's caught in midair with the dive kick, and EC drive rushes straight back in to maintain the pressure. Bit of a reset, but reads the teleport again, gets caught midway through, can't quite follow up with a proper punish, and here comes the super. Liquid probably going to steal the round.
I mean, it's going to be close, I think.
Not quite enough
EC.
to kill, but that's a lot of momentum for EC to make up for. Might not be able to do it. Stuck on the end of that long limb.
As you said, might not be the finish, but the finish was the extended limb that was sent out EC. Recognizing that that was a little bit dicey, but still has their own. Level 3 could be expended if they so wish. If they find the right opportunity, there's going to be another foot grab, making sure to force Dhalsim into a little bit of a corner, but the jump up is red. Liquid O starting to get a little bit of momentum in their own corner. And look at these kicks just trying to take care of these fireballs, and it's not working as well as they thought.
Yeah, he's really just doing a good job of keeping EC in place, but not able to keep it up forever, and gets grabbed, forces to the corner for his trouble. Straight into the super comes EC, and that's a lot of hurt. Not going to be enough to steal the round, but it feels like a bit of a response in kind to the previous round. Like, oh, I can do that too.
Oh, 100% it was a response. 100% it was a response because EC knew that they have the round advantage, and they take it. 2-0 here. One more game to finish it off, and we might have our winners finals locked in.
I mean, Ruffian versus EC is a matchup we have seen time and time again. It has been grand finals at least once. You know, the two of them are recurring champions, between them most of the championships in Breakout series, and also training partners who spar at least every Friday on the same team. And right now we are trying to get into the match. We're trying to spectate the matchup and see what adjustments Liquid O can make.
I think Liquid O, I'm not liking. I'm really not liking the Dhalsim and then some. I want to see that comfortability come back. I want to see that true comfortability come back, not mixing it up with all these different characters. I understand you have a good Ed. I understand the Dhalsim is good, but I mean, they don't look as comfortable as before. Right, so for Liquid O, I want to see going all the way back to the previous. EC looks way too good right now. You gotta bring your OG main to the table.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big question of how to avoid EC's pressure, because the mix-ups with Dhalsim just aren't working. The Yoga teleports aren't there. The aerial evasion is being read like a book, and it's going to be a question. Like, EC's just playing so fast and so controlled, and that's interesting. He's sticking with the Dhalsim. He's clearly seeing something us commentators are not.
Oh. You know what? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love being proven wrong. I love being told I am wrong and proven wrong in many angles. So Liquid O is going to try their best, but EC is like, nah, we're going to prove you guys right. Look at the control. This time around, it feels like Liquid O has no shot at responding so far. 50% already taken away.
Yeah, and already just a tall mountain to climb. He has to factor in that if he cannot make something happen this game, he's taking a free plane trip down to lower bracket, and that is not a very enviable tourist destination this time of year. I hear it gets real cold down there.
Oh, yes, this is going to be a chance and a half, but EC reads it once again. A little bit of blow back with the reversal fireballs to keep him at bay once again. Liquid O just playing for time. How quickly do you want this round to go by? And a little bit of exploration as you find him in the air. Good catch.
Yeah, he's doing very well at getting these catches going and reading when the drive rush is coming too. You've seen that happen several times where EC kind of drive rushes himself onto it, and Liquid O gets a lot of success out of these situations where he traps EC between his fireball and his teleport, a bit like Ruffian does with the Blanka dolls.
Oh man, this is getting close. Another foot grab here, chance in the corner, and you find a second. EC has used that grab before in multiple occasions to really bring about effective ends to rounds, and right now it's one away.
And part of the problem is that Liquid O's playbook is quite readable. He's doing a lot of keeping EC at bay with the Yoga Fire and setting up the teleport, and comes back to that angle again and again. And you can't do that against a player like EC, who has 2 championships to his belt and so many top 8s.
Hey, my gosh. These counters are reaching into the skies here. Liquid O praying for a chance. One of the few times we've seen a full grab come out here, but EC took that one personally. It felt like went straight on the offensive. One single combo could go ahead and end this set.
See what I mean about readability and predictability, though? You know, he not only catches him on the jump in, but backs off immediately to restore neutral, but baits out that grab and takes the round, keeping himself alive a little longer.
Well done, well done. But we're waiting for just a single turn left. EC now getting juggled back. Liquid O really turning on the afterburners here and trying to force an end to this game. Maybe getting a chance at a reverse sweep, but will it occur? What a chance in punish counter.
Yeah, this is not where Liquid O wants to be, but he jumps over the grab attempt, sticks into the air, but gets walked under. EC does a great job of restoring the momentum, going straight into super. This won't be the finish, but it'll be dark close. And EC just champing at the bit to get into grand finals, which is going to happen very soon, unless Liquid O starts playing much better. Not going to happen! EC, winners finals.
That was by far the prettiest.
We have Blanka versus Ryu, a matchup 30 years in the making. And what do you think of these two in SF6?
Oh man, I love him. Blanka's so much fun for me to watch. I love watching him. Just he gets so wild and crazy, especially depending on who's piloting him, right? Especially when he's really just kind of hopping around, flipping back and forth. It's a lot of fun. I mean, right now we see Harouto just kind of playing a little simple. Ooh, loses the air-to-air. Backed up in the corner. Oh, gets hit by the doll. Juggled.
Yeah, shades of Ruffian with that Blanka doll setup, but Harouto not fighting deterred, not willing to go onto the back foot, tries to steal the momentum early, baits out that headbutt, but not doing him a lot of good. Closdra fighting out of burnout and doesn't need to worry about drive gauge to take the first round.
Don't need drive gauge, but you got that super meter.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ooh, a fireball to the face.
Yeah, but drive rushes straight back in and uses that to set up the throw attempt and gets right back on top of Harouto, who was seeing that coming with the crouching jab, but the EX Blanka balls are right there. These two are not slowing down for anything.
No, this is just constant back and forth. Closdra taking back the momentum here. Ooh, with that crouching heavy punch, trying to find some, which is using these big normals, but no, Harouto with the fireball taking it back. Ooh, and the jumping goes unpunished.
Yeah, and what Harouto's been doing all tournament so far, we saw this in his last match, is a very calm, defensively responsible style where he tries not to go above his skis, where he tries not to overextend. The problem he faces sometimes is he gives up too much momentum in that process, but right now, he's about to take the round from Closdra.
Oh, love those last second drive impact responses. Oh, so great.
Same.
There we go. Closdra coming in straight off the bat with the drive rush. Coming in, getting the throw, taking the pressure, staying on top, but Harouto playing defensive. Doing a little bit of poking.
Harouto,
Ooh, lands the anti-air.
Yeah, gets the back row for trouble too. Tries to drive rush in, but gets a whole lot of punishment for his trouble, and not able to get out of this corner.
Oh,
Never mind.
Harouto there, just throwing it back in the corner. Oh, stay in there, get thrown. Ooh, Closdra trying to just poke his way out, taking it back to the mid-screen.
Yeah, what Harouto's doing...
Stock.
Yeah, he's trying to take stock, as you're saying,
Oh,
and
goodness.
a lot of what he's doing is trying to trick Closdra into pressing something. Several points, you'll see him step back just enough that Closdra will whiff, and he comes straight back in. And that's why they're dancing back and forth like this. They both know that's coming. The drive rush is what's going to break the stalemate, but Haruto's coming up ahead.
Oh, checks the drive rush this time. Come in with his own big combo, sending Closdra in the corner, closing out the match with the level 3.
I mean, Haruto, he's just so good at baiting Closdra into pressing when he shouldn't, and has that response ready. It's like he's got him on a timer.
I mean, it's like we're saying, that defensive style, that really just being super patient. So patient, just like, I know you're going to come at me, I know you're going to come at me, I'm going to wait as long as it takes.
Yeah, goes for an early jump in, gets right in Clostra's face, goes for a grab that doesn't get anywhere. Drive rush is in, but he's caught blocks, so drive rush in return. But here comes the low punches again from Clostra, using them to open him up.
Ooh, using the block ball to get in, sneak it, jumping over that attempt, getting the throw in, getting him in the corner. Oof, Harouto trying to jump out, making something happen.
Yeah, but whiffs the grab attempt from Harouto fighting out of the crowd. Gets a sweep going, gets the cross up, baits into the grab from those parries, from those blocks, and keeps him stuck in burnout in the corner.
Both in burnout.
If he wants it. Yeah.
Blocks the level 1, gets the punish. Harouto taking this first round.
Harouto getting a lot of good work at fighting out of the crouch and getting the sweep going in this set so far.
Yeah, doing a great job getting Closdra into the corner, then keeping that pressure on and just making those correct reads to just keep his pressure going.
Yeah, and you can see him continuing this shuffle back and forth, this kind of very neutral, heavy, footsies heavy style. Closdra gets the cross up going, but Harouto very quick to respond to it, and it's a question of can Closdra consistently stay in.
You see Closdra getting in now. Ooh, baits out. DP blocks it. Big punish, big juggle into the corner. Waits, wins the air-to-air. Keeps it going, activates level 2. We're going to get silly. Oh,
yeah,
and with the bad drive impact.
That looked like Harouto isn't familiar with that attack and thought it was over.
Yeah, I think he thought it was done, and no, it was not done. It was not close to done. But Harouto with just a little pixel and a prayer, but not enough.
Closdra taking his first round of this. No, I'm sorry, not the first round, except the first round of the game, and already starting to retake the momentum and get in his face. And Shades of Ruffian here, what he and Closdra like to do is use that Blanka ball as a get-in tool and set it up a tick throw straight off.
Landing the forward heavy punch. Ooh, overhead does not find ground. Ooh, trying to cross up, keeping Harouto in the corner, punishes the neutral jump.
And he's starting to get the read of Haruto's style too, because he knew Harouto was going to jump if he went for that drive rush, and he just kind of stops early and sets up that heavy kick.
Closdra answering back. We now 1-1. Ooh, Harouto getting in there with the little jabs, running up throw. Oof, trying to bait something out there. Misses the donkey kick, lands the second one.
An interesting little interaction we're seeing a lot too is that Haruto's tricking Closdra into parrying early. Then he steps back a moment and hits him.
Yep, so it's just that classic stagger pressure. I'm going to get you to do something defensive, back off, and then hit you when you're open. Here we find Closdra getting the little corner combo here. Gets the doll set up, but uses it to distract to land the throw.
Yeah, very, very much distracted. Gets the cross up going, jumps over the grab attempt, and Closdra fighting out of burnout, huddled into the corner. Now he has the stun, and Harouto has all he needs to get back on the board.
Round 2. Fight.
Harouto coming in straight off the rip with the drive rush. Does not find an opening from there. Closdra finding it himself. Going back straight into the level 2. A little silly. Big corner carry off this combo, I'm sure. Yep, gets the setup with the doll.
Blanka-chan already.
Yeah, Blanka-chan. Harouto just holding that parry button for his dear life.
Yeah, I mean, just really did a great job of keeping Harouto in place and forcing some space. Because now Harouto has to figure out how to come in and figures it out pretty well, actually. So
Yeah,
maybe
full
didn't
screen
have to
drive
worry.
rush, low forward. You just love it.
Has to be careful though. That level 3's there in Harouto's pocket whenever he wants it.
Lands the jumping heavy kick. Gets Harouto into the corner. Ooh, just finds it again. Closdra just not going down without a fight in this.
What a back and forth set this has been. We're in one of the first final rounds of the evening. A lot of games so far tonight have been quite one-sided, but both of these two just going at each other hammer and tongs.
Straight up slugging it out. Harouto getting the back throw, trying to keep it at mid-screen, baiting it out, but not finding anything. Closdra getting in off the drive rush. Again, back into the level 2. Oh, goes right over.
Though.
Misses the pickup.
Yeah, a
Finds
little
it this
too
time.
eager.
Yep.
Not
little
quite
too
able to
eager.
trigger it.
Harouto with
That's
the
an-
anti-air. Being a little defensive again. Ooh, but Closdra still with just that little bit of the install left. Forces Harouto's back into the corner.
Yeah, and Harouto over-anticipating a little. You see him jabbing the air a bit, trying to read Closdra coming in, but this time able to get the DP, force him into the corner, and deal out a hefty load of punishment, including the super, to seal the deal, going up 2-1.
Oh my goodness. Do you think Closdra's going to take the next one? We're going to see 2-2. We're going to final round.
Maybe. I would not be terribly surprised.
Ooh, there we go. Harouto with the sweet punish off that block forward heavy punch.
Yeah,
Closdra
that drive
back
rush is
against
there
the
for
wall.
him.
A little bit of a trade action there. Closdra just swinging with those big buttons, but finds the ground, gets the side swap.
Yeah, I like how happy Closdra is using the side swap, but has to be careful not to go to that well too often, because Harouto seems to get the read on him quickly.
Does, but he called out that fireball attempt. Really great. Gets that quick little combo. Gets Harouto jumping out of the corner though. Closdra putting himself in burnout to take the space back. Oh, does not fall for the wake up reversal.
Oh, yeah.
Closdra going up first round.
Yeah, and taking the first round, obviously not decisive or anything, but very important for momentum, especially when you are already down a game in a best of 5, because it shows that you are not mentally beaten and you are not going to be overwhelmed by your opponent. But Harouto definitely wants to continue telling the story of this match.
Because he is not out, but again, Closdra getting off at level 2 again. Loving that install, taking full advantage of it. Harouto just holding on right now. Doesn't quite get the cross up, but finds ground afterwards. Yeah,
good
Closdra
wake
getting
up
that
option.
reversal. Little get off me action right here. Hiding behind the Blanka-chan. Harouto does not care. He gets that sweep.
That was an interesting attempt at a mind game, though. He was hoping that Harouto would be reluctant to come in because he could see that Blanka-chan, and that would give Closdra an opening. I think Closdra was too happy to hide behind the Blanka-chan, though, and waited too long, and Harouto realized, you're not going to do anything until I come in.
Yep. Here we go. Harouto still in, burnt out, but just a little bit of time left, trying to hold on. Still sitting on that level 3, now with critical art.
Yeah, and
Closdra
that might be...
Just down backing in the corner. Oh, he's got meter and he's using it.
Yeah, but here we go. Harouto puts himself on set point and still has that in his pocket whenever he wants to put
big.
an exclamation point on the match.
There we go. Harouto playing a little bit more spaced here with these fireballs. Closdra just kind of not answering. Tries to land the heavy punch. Doesn't get it, but finds it after the drive rush. Back into the install. Big juggle on Harouto, sending him all the way to the corner. Oh, and he gets hit by the Blanka-chan on wake up.
Uses the Blanka-chan doll, as you were just saying. Shades of Ruffian there, too. Both of them really like using that doll as a way to keep you between a rock and a hard place. And right now, Harouto trying not to give him a chance to bring that out. He has 2 more of them if you want. Here comes the level 3!
Oh my god, is this going to be enough? Might be.
Not quite.
A little bit left. Little left. Closdra. Harouto in the best spot. In burnout. Now getting tagged.
There's a side switch. gets the throw set up, and that is a little sliver of help. And the second game! You called this! We are going into a final game!
Just back and forth, back and forth. 4 matches in a row.
Yeah, you just can't tell how any given round is going to end, let alone any game. I think if they played a first to 100, they'd both win 50.
Exactly. And it'd be just one after another, back and forth the entire time. There we go. Closdra using that Blanka ball, aerial ball to get out of that corner, get back into the mid screen.
Forcing him back a little and trying to find a way to get around those fireballs. Uses drive rush to get in, but Harouto very disciplined about maintaining neutral. He'll do a quick exchange and then he'll back off. A lot of that is giving people too much room. That's what cost him the match with Liquid. But against Closdra, it seems to be doing wonders.
It's doing a great job of it here, right? You said keeping it spaced. He knows that at this range he can try and at least preemptively react to whatever Closdra might try to do. So he's going to keep control of the pace of the match, keep control of the space. Slowly walking Closdra back into the corner. He's taking his time. Ooh, punishing the whiffed airball.
Not good enough.
Yep, we got throws. Closdra not falling for it.
Yeah, but he's
jumping out of the dragon pack.
Comes out of it, gets him stuck in the corner, tries to fight out of burnout. They both have level 2 if they want it. That's now critical art for Harouto. But Closdra on set point. Harouto did not think Closdra would get this far, and now staring down the barrel of going home, but doing a game effort of fighting out of it. Both have level 3 if they want it.
Yep, both sitting on a lot of resources at this moment with a lot on the line.
Yeah, you saw this interaction a game or two ago too, with using the Blanka ball to Blanka-chan to kind of hide behind it and keep Harouto guessing, keep him from getting comfortable coming in. He's looking to set that off. Whenever Harouto comes in, sets it off there again, uses that to try to change the eye levels, but Harouto, very defensively responsible, blocks most of that exchange.
Yeah, Closdra basically got nothing almost out of that install attempt, right? Where they're back at mid-screen, just a little bit of damage on Harouto. He blocked so much of that, and he gets bounced off the wall. Closdra at low life.
Yeah, and Harouto has that level 3 if he wants it. Throws him out of the corner, manages to drive rush in, gets Harouto in burnout. He's backing off a little. He's a little wary of Haruto's options. Harouto has shown him so much so far. Backs away to get away from the jump in, and right now Harouto fighting out of burnout. Has level 3 if he wants it, but the level 2 is right there looking tempting for Closdra too. And remember, Haruto's one bad interaction away from going home because Closdra's the one with the tournament with set point.
Yes, still sitting on that install. We've got the Blanka-chan to watch out for. Harouto just holding on. He's out of burnout. Chip is no longer a problem. He's still sitting on that critical art. Probably hoping he can hold on to it because he wants that for the next round, but if he needs to, he's going to cash out.
Yeah, and that is a little bit of health, but they both have low enough health, and they're both running out of time. So you're going to see one of them pick up the pace. Closdra tries to drive rush in, but eats a fireball, and now it is mutual set points.
Oh my goodness. Final game, final round. There we go. Harouto checking the drive rush.
Into the crouch punch. And, we were talking about Harouto sitting on that level 3 and on that critical art for when he needs it. I would not be surprised if he's going to keep that until the moment Closdra's health is exactly low enough to kill.
Exactly. Putting himself into burnout right now, but still kind of staying offensive here. Nope. Backing up, jumping away.
Yeah.
Keeping space. Closdra kind of afraid to go in, but gets the slide.
That's why it's important to condition your opponent and to play these mental games and get in their head. Because Closdra hasn't really used that slide much up until that interaction. And look how much damage he is inflicting on Harouto. This might be enough to put him ahead. He has level 2 if he wants it. Puts himself in burnout, crosses him up, gets the throw off the mix-up, has him in the corner, and that is going to do it. The throw sends Harouto home! Closdra moving on ahead.
That corner pressure was just unrelenting. He got
have to come over 60 people to win tonight. And that is just so taxing.
Plus, again, you have to look at timing, right? This is Friday night. You've had a long week. You've been working all week. You're maybe a little mentally tired, and you're coming in. It's 9, 10, 8 o'clock, depending on where you're at. Pretty late, but now we're getting into it.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a classic matchup already. The Ken versus the Luke. Shades of Street Fighter 5 Finals all over again. The modern versus the classic. And Isabella with an incredibly aggressive start, but Triumph finds the perfect moment to throw her into the corner.
Yep. Oof. Quick little standard combo. Go getting the throw. We're going to see some throw loops. Yeah, we got throw loops.
We're going to go for another one as a question. Not going to get a chance.
Ooh. And the wake up super lands.
Yeah,
Both
really
players
putting
back
Triumph.
at the mid screen.
Yeah, definitely getting some restoration of neutral. Uses the drive rush as a way to cancel out, throws him back into the corner. But I'm not sure what she was thinking with that heavy kick, but it did not work out. Probably thought Triumph would rush in, and right now Triumph in burnout, put down, and Isabella takes the first round in truly back and forth fashion.
Truly. Both players playing a little bit of that long-range fireball game, but ooh, Isabella with the jump out over the sandblast, throwing Triumph into the corner. Ooh, punish counter on the attempted parry.
Yep, we'll see if she goes for another throw. Not going to get the chance. The crouching punch breaks up the momentum. She keeps him in the corner, though. Keeps Triumph from coming out. Triumph not really able to figure much out. And you see Isabella going low a lot with these sweeps, these crouching kicks. And Triumph has a hard time not getting jammed up. But finally out of the corner, drive rushes out, gets a painful combo going, but drops it at the last moment. Wake up super in his corner.
Here we go. Triumph still fighting on. Got that little bit of life left. Taking a little bit of stock what's going on. Both players just poking at each other, feeling each other out right now.
You can tell that these two are very evenly matched. It's just an incredibly back and forth first game.
But nope. Isabella finds the punish off of that blocked charged heat knuckle. Seals the deal. Taking it this first game.
But remember, we're in best of 5 territory now, so Isabella has to do that twice more. She cannot relax just because she won one.
Oh, here we go. Triumph finding the anti-air. Tries to get the drive rush into overhead. It does not work out. Isabella trying to take it back. Again, just both of them just slugging at each other right now. Throwing a lot of buttons out, a lot of fireballs. Here we go. Run up into the kick.
You're also seeing that happen with Isabella a lot, where she is pressing into the air sometimes, and I think she's over-anticipating what Triumph is going to do. But right now, Triumph finds his moment to get out of the corner, but is sent straight back into it, has a costly stun going, and Isabella opens up a can of earth.
Ooh, just sealing it off, taking advantage of that burnout, taking this first round.
Yeah,
Players playing a little slow here.
yeah, and Isabella has just done a great job of maintaining control. They trade drive impact, but eats the parry, and Triumph really likes that punish with the rising knuckle. Goes to that again and again, and I have to think Isabella is going to start figuring out how to stop him from doing that.
Now they're finding ground here. Ooh, Triumph with a little bit of that standing medium punch, gets it in there, sending Isabella into the corner, keeping that pressure on. Gets the anti-air. Nope, you stay in there. Again with the wake up, just landing those DPs just so consistently. I mean, again, playing on modern controls, so it's just like, you know, single button press away, but still doing a good job of using it effectively.
Oh, that was an interesting choice from Isabella, and I'm not sure what the thinking was. She runs up and goes for an axe kick and leaves herself wide open for Triumph to take the round in very simple fashion.
Goodness, Triumph with these just OD DPs off of just little buttons, little interactions, just letting that rip. But it so far has been effective. There we go, Isabella winning the air dagger with the jumping medium punch.
Yeah, Triumph trying to get right in her face to start things off. Having a lot of luck with these quick little dash-ins, but not prepared to stop the back throw. Gets caught in the corner again. And Isabella again over-anticipates with that parry. Stuck in the corner and eating a lot of punishment. Stuck in burnout. Has critical art if she wants it. Probably going to be pretty careful about using it, but needs to find a way to interrupt Triumph's momentum.
And Triumph himself now in burnout with the wake
That's
up.
blocked!
Level
That's
3
blocked!
does not land! Triumph hitting the Chicago punish just to seal it off. Taking a point, answering back.
Yeah, that was just Isabella leaving herself wide open for anything Triumph wanted to do. And Triumph has been doing a good job of reading when Isabella is going to overcommit like that.
Both players with just the OD reversals back and forth. Isabella jumping in with the Dragon Lash. Trying to find something, but ooh, Triumph with the Drive Rush to take his turn back. Ooh, blocks the Wake Up Drive Reversal. Ooh, a whiffed button goes punished.
Yeah, Isabella hesitating for a moment there, eats a throw for her trouble, but gets some good work out of the crouching punches, and dives in again with the wake-up rising knuckle. That happens again and again for Triumph, and Isabella can't answer it.
No, on Wake Up, on block, he is just letting that rip. He's just full sending it every time.
Yeah, playing Beyblade at the same time as Street Fighter 6. My friend is actually a voice actress in the Beyblade franchise, so she'd be happy for the shout-out.
Oh, heck yeah. There we go. Isabella getting that anti-air, keeping the pressure on, but the perfect parry on the low. Ooh, a little bit of a drop there from Triumph. Isabella punishing that with her own, but again, just with the rising knuckle. Every time.
Yeah, does the job every time.
Just kind of chipping his life away right now. Not really committing to anything big or damaging, but just chipping that health off. Little hits here and there, little lows that are going unblocked. But Triumph lands the throw. Second throw. We're going to get a third.
One. No, not going to go for it. Rising knuckle again. I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it. Right, Joey?
No, if it's not broke, you keep going. If they're going to keep pressing buttons, you just get them off.
Yeah, they both have critical art if they wanted. A good way to force some momentum shift. Either one would get a kill, but Isabella drive rushes in and gets through the burnt out guard, chips out Triumph, and we're going into a final round. Joey?
Isabella really liking that run up into just the long poke on the medium kick. Just a little bit of a, I'm not going to let you be comfortable sitting there.
Yeah, and that
neutral jump.
That's part of the thing too. She has given Triumph a lot of room to get comfortable, and here comes the rising knuckle again. You figure eventually she's gonna figure out how to stop him from pressing that.
You'd hope. We'll see. Maybe that's how we figure out who wins this. Is whether or not that rising knuckle can be dealt with.
Right now it's pretty
Isabella
dealt
with the throw game.
Yeah, the throw loops have been there right in the corner, not able to get out yet. Another throw as a punish counter, but here comes
another rising knuckle.
Again with the rising
Putting himself in bad position though, burn out, low life. Isabella sitting on a lot of meter, but getting the level 3 off here. Not gonna be quite enough, but give him enough time to come out of burnout at the end of this.
Yeah, but of course Isabella has critical art ready if she wants to use it, and that is going to be very dangerous. Not going to need the critical art. Goes up 2-1.
Big old whiff punish just to seal it off and take that point.
Yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Those fundamentals still matter a lot. The footsies, the neutral control, the whiff punishes, and that's what Triumph is doing right now. Just catching her trying to press something. Has a long staple bread and butter combo going. Reads the jump in attempt with another rising knuckle, and Isabella having a hard time consistently staying in.
These rising knuckles, all these OD rising knuckles are just cheering me up so much right now. There we go. Isabella with her own wake up DP action there, getting him off, creating a little bit of space, but Triumph finds it with the Sandblast.
Yeah, I mean,
and the super late jump in, my goodness.
Yeah, just good ways to throw off your opponent's timing. Kind of like throwing a knuckleball in baseball. Your opponent is used to these 100-mile-an-hour fastballs coming at him, screaming down the middle. So what the heck is he going to do with a 60-mile-an-hour knuckleball just kind of wiggling into the strike zone? It's going to throw off his whole game.
There we go. Triumph coming in hot and heavy at the start of this next round. Ooh, gets the anti-air as well, keeping the pressure on Isabella here.
Whiffs the standing medium kick. Gets another one going. Trying to catch Triumph coming in on something, but Triumph not willing to take the bait. Takes it for a moment there, but jumps straight back to restore neutral. Might have been a mistake. Ceded the momentum to Isabella, but catches her drive rushing in.
Just trying to big up it, and there it is again. Just every time. Getting that back throw, putting Isabella in the corner.
So that's part of it.
It's press of a button, but also just the timing of it. Not using it all the time, but using it when you kind of forget that option is there.
Beautiful interaction there, too. A little too late to point it out, but baiting out that fake parry from Triumph, who uses the super and is going to send Isabella to Memphis. We're going into another final game.
Oh, my goodness. We have just been These top 8 matches that we've had right now have been so amazing with this back and forth.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I hope these two keep coming back because I could see this matchup 100 times.
Oh yeah, there we go. Triumph finds the drive rush overhead, forcing Isabella back into the corner. Does not find ground with the jumping, but gets it off that crouching medium punch. Doing a lot of hurt right now. Baits out the parry attempt. Isabella at low life in the corner.
Rising Knuckle again.
Knuckle to seal it off. This time to seal it. That was compliments to the chef on that one.
Yeah, chat, could we get a little pool going where every time Triumph does a Rising Knuckle, you redeem a Harouto code? I think we'd be done.
Yeah, there's another one right there.
Match. Yeah.
It'd be done. They would have been done by the second match of this set. My goodness.
Yeah, goodness.
Triumph a little bit too late on that overhead attempt. Isabella waking up with the reversal just to punish that, but finding herself being just knocked straight back into the corner.
Yeah, and
throwing out that shoulder.
Yeah, Triumph on set point has all the time he needs, all the room he needs. It's Isabella who has to fight like she has something to prove. Drive rushes straight in. Has to be careful because Triumph has critical art. Not going to get much of a chance to use it because another throw, and we're going into final round.
2 final rounds in a row. Let's do this.
Oh boy. These two do not want to stop fighting, that's for sure.
No. They are not done. It is not over. Ooh, with that little bit of that step back into the standing medium punch. Triumph taking a little bit of damage here, getting Isabella low, landing that level 3.
That's not quite
Again, I
don't think, but it's going to be
not enough, but Isabella in a bad spot. Still staying on that critical art, but very low life. She can't afford to just let anything get through right now.
That's going to do it!
Trade! Oh! Triumph goes to check the drive rush, waiting for it.
Upping the game, we saw Closdra just a couple matches ago, and now he's fighting the great Hakoian. Welcome to Losers Quarterfinal, everybody.
There we go, Closdra again, getting in there with that crouching. Just the crouching action, forcing Hakoian into the corner, keeping the pressure on. Ooh, does not go for the wake up. DP, a little bit of that drive impact, hoping to get the burnout, but getting it this time, and now with the stun.
Yeah, and that is a bad time to be stunned, especially against Closdra, who is ready to run away with this. And this is not the kind of style that you need against Closdra. Closdra was getting very frozen up against his last opponent, but now baits Hakoian into an ill-timed standing medium kick, and that's all he needs to take the momentum.
Yep, and again, Hakoian back to the corner. Closdra on top of him, throwing out the Blanka, keeping the pressure on. Not faltering yet, but getting hit by the throw. Again, holding down back a little bit too much, getting thrown out of even the reversal.
Goes for it again,
just not letting up.
Yeah, got a little too predictable though. Now he's in burnout, getting driven steadily back to the corner. The drive rush in to keep the combo alive, and breaks it up with a punish counter, drive impact. Hakoian on a sliver of life, reads him coming in for the dragon punch, has level 2 if he wants it. The cross-ups there through the drive impact, the side switch is there, but Closdra not able to capitalize until now. Takes the first game.
Oof, it almost felt like Closdra was waiting for that burnout to happen. You're at low life, you're low on drive meter, you burn out, I just need to get that little bit of chance.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised, that checks out.
Ooh, landing the command grab. I've not really seen that much. I love the idea of keeping that thing kind of in your back pocket, not bursting it out too often so you get too predictable here, but punishing the whiffed crouching medium attempt here. Getting the Blanka out, getting the throw pressure started. Hakoian again with the wake up reversal, not finding ground. Closdra just sealing that quick.
Yeah, and there's something interesting with that interaction too, because you don't even really need to use the Blanka. You need the threat of the Blanka, which Closdra gets a lot of mileage out of introducing. He puts it out there, and his opponent has to keep that in mind, that could be activated at any time, and his entire strategy starts to shift around that fact.
Whoa! With the level 1 response to the Blanka ball. You'd love to see that, but Hakoian, no, but Closdra getting the jumping heavy kick. Big combo here. Hakoian just kind of jumping himself back into the corner and gets hit. Closdra going up now, 2-0.
Closdra's playing a lot more comfortably and confidently than he was against Harouto. What do you think is driving this change? Because it's been almost all Closdra this set.
I think so much of it has just been his pressure has just been allowed to just run. There's only been a few moments where Hakoian has actually, you know, really switched things around and tried to take it to Closdra at this, but no, finding the throws, getting that corner pressure, throwing the Blanka shot out, and just letting it sit there. He's keeping that mental stack overloaded for Hakoian, and he's just, so far hasn't really been able to find a good way to get out of it.
Yeah, this is a decent way to get out, though. Hakoian driving him back far away from that Blanka Chundle, kind of making him wasted. But Closdra springs out of the pressure, away from the drive rush, starts to electrocute him, gets another drive rush in, puts himself in burnout. But that's all price he's willing to pay to put himself on set point.
Oh my goodness, Hakoian is really got to find answers to these things that Closdra is doing.
Yeah,
trying to punish with the drive rush. Ooh, but with the wake up, OD ball, not quite finding ground. Hakoian now sitting on top, keeping that pressure going, but nope, Closdra out, side swap. It's caught up backing there for a second. Again, another one, baited out.
Yeah, getting a little predictable with those wake-up Blanka balls, and a lot of damage ensuing from it. Hakoian keeps him in the corner in burnout. Has a level 2 if he wants it, not going to get a chance to use it. Hakoian takes his first round.
Closdra again playing a little bit slow, but trying to drive rush in, keeping that pressure up. Ooh, needs a little bit of plasma to the face.
And drive rushes in. Gets parried though, and that's a lot of momentum to steal back. Closdra stealing his turn, but drops the combo. Hakoian gets up, backs away from the electricity, but an ill-timed dragon punch. You don't get to make those mistakes against Closdra.
Nope. Closdra went for that drive impact at the end there to try and get the burnout, but Hakoian just held on with that little sliver of drive meter, forcing this back into the mid screen. Again, Closdra playing a little bit slower now that Hakoian has started to gain some momentum here. Ooh, a big perfect parry there from Hakoian, as we were just talking about, finding his little answers.
Yeah, looking backpedaling a little, but gets caught on the come in and carries the drop kick, carries the jump in. Bit of a side switch going, uses it for a tick throw, and that is not a lot of health to get back. Goes straight into the super. The install's there, but whips the grab, gets a few parries, and not able to really punish, not able to really counterattack Hakoian's increasing momentum. And Hakoian has that level 3 whenever he wants to use it.
Ooh, a little bit of just kind of some jumping action there. Hakoian finding an opening, getting in there. As long as he can close it out, and he does. Here we go, Hakoian taking a point. Yep, using that level 3, sealing, finding that little opening, doing the combo, landing it, popping off that level 3 to secure his first point here.
That's definitely a start, but if I'm Hakoian, I have it in mind that I need to win 2 more like that, and I can't let Closdra get comfortable, who drive rushes straight into the throw and gets right back into Hakoian's face for another. This is incredible aggression from Closdra.
Yep, coming in heavy. He is not happy about his victory getting taken away from him there. Here we go, Hakoian flipping it around with the back throw. Ooh, a little bit of a throw break there, getting a little predictable with those throws. Goes for the Dragon Lash, but Closdra getting that air ball.
Yep, into a cross-up throw, into a side switch. Yeah, backs off a little to try to force Hakoian to try to close the distance. Opens him up for another throw. We'll see if he goes for another one, and he does. He likes that throw.
Just plus frames into throw, plus frames into throw, plus frames into throw. So much. But his air ball that time gets blocked, but he's still no punish off of it. Gets another throw off Hakoian and just taps his ankles. You gotta watch your ankles, guys.
That was the beauty of conditioning, too, because I'll bet you dollars to donuts Hakoian was expecting him to go for a throw.
Yep. He was immediately going for a throw. It's so much of what he did that round was 80% of that damage was throws that last round. Again, not really making. Ooh, gets the cross up off the back row. Here we go. Closdra making a little bit of space, finding himself in the corner, fighting his way out. Going with the neutral jump and the fireball, trying to just take control of the neutral, finds ground off the drive rush. But nope, cannot get anything off of it. Closdra forcing it back into the mid screen.
Sometimes
fakes the cross
jumps. Sometimes these neutral jumps and stuff seem to throw off Hakoian's timing and kind of make him freeze up. And that was an ill-timed use of super meter. Drives him back. You know, he's nearing burnout. Jabbing into the air, kind of trying to desperately keep him out. Guys?
Are we okay here? I think Hakoian is just a little... Somebody disconnect?
Well... Something's happening, that's for sure. One of the matches of all time.
This is just the most elite Street Fighter.
I think we're back.
We're back. Oh, there we go. Closdra
Yeah.
using that block and Sean, not finding ground with it, but Hakoian wins the drive rush battle.
Yeah. I mean, not able to really get a lot out of it, though, and the level 3's there Closdra wants to put an exclamation mark on it. Here it comes!
He does!
And what a way for Closdra to put himself in loser 7.
Picking Hakoian out of the bracket, taking that 3-1. Again, just, I don't know what happened there. I want to assume there's some connection issues. You know, we'll see. I mean, how many Rising Knuckles are we going to see in this game? I don't know.
I was about to say. All right, so he baits out. Liquido likes to do that, where he'll take to the air to kind of anticipate someone's rush-in attempt. But right now, Triumph not letting him get anywhere with it.
Ooh, I love the little bit of juggle here into this corner, throw pressure. Oof. Triumph trying to get out of there. Liquid, I mean, trying to get out of there. Triumph punishing it, keeping that pressure up. Oh, punishes the crouching medium punch, but no. Liquid trying to teleport out, but gets caught. Triumph quickly taking this first round.
Yeah, what do you think happened there? Because that was like he started the teleport animation and then just dropped it.
I think he just got clipped. I think I think Triumph just got a button out there just quick enough to catch him before his hurt box fully disappeared there. Ooh, here we go. Triumph again, catching him out of the air, landing it on the wake up. Tries to go for shoulder Oki, but Liquid with the drive reversal to keep him off. Goes for the cross up, but it's not working, then whiffs the throw when he lands.
Yeah, caught off the wall, and this is one of Luke's bread and butter combos for a reason. And you can tell Triumph has been labbing this over and over, straight into the super. And that's the first game, everybody.
Triumph doing a great job, especially right there, anticipating the attempted drive reversal and punishing it appropriately, right? Because as Dhalsim, Liquido does not have very many get-off options outside of burning super meters. So drive reversal is a common option, and Triumph was ready for it.
I'm a little surprised, in fact, that Liquido is sticking with Dhalsim, because this might be a matchup that calls for his Ed, for example, maybe even his Rashid. But we've seen him get a lot of results out of this setup before, where he yoga teleports straight into a throw. So maybe going to play more to that dimension.
And we'll see. So far, Liquid trying to keep it at the full screen. Ooh, no punish there on the whiff. Light knuckle, but ooh, trying to get the cross up off the teleport. Triumph holding on the defensive front. But running straight into that fireball, though. Yep. Liquid this time doing a great job setting the pace and controlling the match with his big, long buttons that Dhalsim has. But nope, eats it. Eats it on the teleport. A little bit too predictable on that.
Yeah, this is opening himself up a lot, though, because Liquido will send out those long pokes, and he will get hit as his hitbox is pulling back. And Triumph is just running around like a fox in the henhouse, frankly.
Yep, he is just ready to go. Triumph on burnout here in a bad spot. Goes for the raw level 1. Liquid punishes appropriately, sealing it off, answering with this round.
Yeah, and what a round to seal it off with. You can probably see him working off a lot more with that fireball. And not as many Rising Knuckles coming from Triumph. I'm a little surprised.
No, nothing a little too crazy. Again, in good moments, anticipating the teleport and throwing it out there. Here we go. Liquid with the big level 3 here, just getting a bunch of damage and the burnout here at the start.
Yeah, interesting way to start things off, but I guess if you're Liquido, you want to steal as much momentum back as you can. Gets him to jump in, has the fireball, and has the drive impact waiting for him, as well as a drive rush, and forces him back into the corner in burnout. I don't want to be here with the Dhalsim, that's for sure.
Oof. Triumph again trying to, do the common Dhalsim tech where you hit the extended limbs and then try and drive rush in to punish, but he's just not getting it far enough to make that follow-up land.
Yeah, and getting a lot of results out of that sort of punish counter you just saw, but this time Triumph anticipating it, has his critical already going straight for it, and that's probably going to be the round, or darn close.
Not close, you're going to be burnt out in the corner with the sliver! Just the sliver! What is Liquid going to do on the wake up?
That's what he's going to do. Yeah.
He's going to get punched, that's what's going to happen. You're going to eat a standing medium punch to the face.
Triumph's speedy game is top notch. He's very intimidating in the corner.
He is very much. You are going to wake up with something happening, but Liquid here really playing that long range game. Triumph not having too many answers, just kind of waiting for that teleport approach here.
Yeah,
it feels like
Triumph knew that teleport setup was coming, but he wasn't quite ready to react to it.
No, he's trying to anticipate it, but Liquid here changing it up, realizing that Triumph is waiting for that and now not committing to it anymore.
Yeah, you could see him freeze up for a moment as if he wasn't sure what to do next, and he was waiting for Triumph to approach within the range of those stretchy limbs. But what he's also been victim to a lot in this set is Triumph hitting the extended hitbox.
Here we go, Liquid with the big perfect parry combo into the level 3. Should be enough even with the scaling, I believe. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Sealing it off. Answering again, that's... Oof. So many level 3s we've seen so far.
Quite the adjustment he's made to get back in the game against Triumph.
Yeah, especially after that first game where Triumph came in hard and heavy and Liquid was just not able to create the space that he needs to get what he wants started. Now he's managed to figure it out, find his way, but there we go, a little bit of the light knuckle there. Waiting for the Triumph, Liquid just floating in the corner there, Triumph waiting for him to come down. Jumping around a little bit, playing some leapfrog.
I think what he was hoping for was throwing off Triumph's timing and his momentum with that float, and it seems to have done a bit of the trick because now Triumph is stuck in burnout and wasn't able to do much against that teleport setup that Liquid has been coming to again and again.
Here we go, Triumph with the wake up OD knuckle.
Whoa!
Oh, I love that momentum stop, charging up the knuckle, staying out of range, and then landing it in.
Triumph is doing a great job of varying up his timing such that Liquido can't get too comfortable with these counterattacks. He's baiting Liquid into going either too early or too late.
There we go, Liquido finds a little bit of space with that drive reversal. Triumph back in burnout. Low life, burnt out, bad spot, eating heavy kicks to the face. Manages to land the level 1, but not quite enough. Liquid putting himself into burnout now.
Yep, trying to survive burnout and catches Liquid trying to come in. Liquid tried to walk him down and wasn't anticipating the super coming out. I don't think he thought Triumph could do that.
Nope, I don't think he was anticipating it, but here we go. Liquid creating that space, getting that long throw that Dhalsim has, going for the teleport setup again. Triumph jumping out of there, trying to jump in, but eats the crouching heavy kick to the face. Yep, throwing out the sandblast, trying to get it in. Ooh, drive rushes into the standing heavy kick.
Yep. Misses the grab though. Rising Knuckle comes out when he needs it straight into the super. Not sure it's going to do a lot of good against Triumph. It's not. Throws him straight out of it and goes through the iframes, so didn't even get any damage for his trouble.
Nope, kicks him out of the net. Yep, got the rising uppercut. Ooh, a little bit holding that parry too much. Liquid punishing that with the throw. Oof.
That feels like it's
so far away. No, I think it just sticks. Those extended hurt boxes, they can hurt sometimes.
Yeah. I think so. One of the
Triumph in burnout with.
sure.
Yeah, I'm loving how Triumph is staying on that offensive there for a little bit. Oh! I think he tried to do something tried to hit him out of the air, not anticipating the teleport to bring Liquid underneath him.
What he was doing was he was baiting out a button, any button, and then he was looking for the window that button was still animating to teleport in.
Liquid doing a great job keeping him out. Ooh, floats over the drive impact attempt. Yep, floating a lot again.
And
like you were saying earlier, you go.
Not only that, but he's varying up what he presses. He's not bringing that float out all the time. And what that's doing is that when it does come out, Triumph's not ready for it.
No. And then he's also varying up what buttons he's using, how often he's throwing the fireball, kind of when he's teleporting. Now again, teleporting away, creating space, keeping Triumph out. Then when Triumph tries to run in, he throws something out there to stuff it. But this time, Triumph finding ground, keeping it up, landing the level 3. Just getting a little bit extra damage there off that combo since he got the opportunity to get in.
Yeah, has him in the corner now, tries for the media pressure, not able to stop the teleport mix-up, gets the side switch going. They have a bit of a trade after the drive impact. The drive rush goes for another drive rush, and teeing off on Triumph. That should be enough to take the game!
That's more than enough. Liquid again, just getting out of the corner, using that teleport right into just the jumping light punch. Right, I'm just going to tap you, get you to back off so I can create that space, get out of the corner, and start running my offense again.
Okay, the MMA arena was one thing, but there's no ramps on that Nishal stage, or whatever that is. So how'd the elephant get there?
You know what, man? That's magic. Maybe he teleported the elephant.
Yoga teleport the elephant. Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yep.
He can teleport himself.
Why not? This is the world of Street Fighter. Anything can happen.
And speaking of anything, look at this mix-up. Goes into the teleport, uses it again just as a bit of a neutral skip, baits out a grab attempt, and he's faking Triumph out such that he parries nothing. He's parrying the air, and then he's getting hit on the comeback.
Yep, just wonderful use in that interaction of using those teleports just to kind of keep Triumph from understanding exactly what's going to happen next, right? You know, the definition of never let them know your next move.
Yeah, definitely about to put himself on set point. Whiffs, though, not gonna need to worry about it. On set point, about to move on to loser semis.
See if Triumph can figure out a way to get around just these crazy buttons. His jump-ins are now getting called out with the aerial fireballs from Liquid.
That's the importance of varying up your toolbox too, because he wasn't really going for the aerial fireballs much earlier in the set, and he wasn't going for these throws very often either. They'd come out here and there, but not as often as, like, say, with a grappler. And now Triumph is having a hard time finding his footing. I think right there, for example, he was expecting a teleport.
He was expecting a teleport, and it wasn't quite what happened, but baits out the drive reversal. This time lands the deep jump in, keeping that pressure up with that crouching medium punch. That wonderful button that Luke has. Yep, there's a good teleport. Liquid backing off, letting there be a little bit of space here.
And right now he has to be careful because they both have level 3, and that level 3 would probably be enough to either take the game for Liquido or put Triumph on death's door. So he has to pick his buttons extremely carefully right now.
And Triumph with just that last second drive impact.
Here comes level 3.
Cashing out to level 3. It's better for him to go into the next round than to risk waking up to something worse. But Liquid with just that little sliver left.
Not gonna matter. That was one heck of a punish from Triumph. And now we're going into a final round. But Liquid still has that level 3 whenever he wants it. And that's dangerous.
Very dangerous, especially when he's sitting on that set point and he's got that level 3 at any moment. He can just do insane amounts of damage.
Yeah,
potentially even closing out the set.
That's certainly what Liquid's hoping for, and I would not be surprised if he holds on to that until he has a kill shot going.
No, especially at this point, Triumph running a little low on drive meter there. Slides under the sandblast, bringing the pressure to Triumph. Just the fire breath. Keeping it up, Triumph jumping out. He hasn't even used that at all. There we go, Triumph with that air-to-air interaction. With the air fireball into the air teleport, keeping it just a little mixed up there. Liquid just, at this point, he just needs to get a couple buttons in there.
Yeah, goes for a level 1 instead, which might be all he needs. Runs himself onto Triumph's own level 1, but Triumph has so little health left. Can he weather this storm? Liquid backs off a little, and there's not a lot of room, but Triumph has to press something sometime.
He's got to do
something.
something.
Sit here turtling, jumps in, and Liquid misses. Doesn't miss that time! Liquid goes on to losers semifinals, not winners finals. Teammates turned into rivals. Juri, Blanka, RUFIAnmx. Here we go.
Here we go. Ruffian coming in straight off the bat there with the double drive rush, but doesn't really find ground, but Easy just answering back, getting hit, taking the jumping heavy kick to the face, getting juggled into the corner, breaking the throw, landing her own anti-air.
Yeah, interesting way to break up the momentum, though. You're going to see from Easy a lot of familiarity with how Ruffian likes to play, though he's going to look for chances to disrupt these combos before they can start. But, you know, that's not how you do it.
No, that's how you do it. Ruffian finding his openings here, bringing it down just a little bit of life, but loses the air dagger, but gets the anti-air, sealing it off, taking this first round.
Yeah, Ruffian is just so good at this kind of pressure and at keeping the momentum once he has it. And I think also throwing off your expectations a little. Drive rushes straight into a sweep and quickly batters Easy into the corner, but has the drive rush coming in to store momentum and get a bit of a neutral skip going. But they're playing right in each other's faces. It's a little hard to keep up.
It is hard. It's just relentless. Just completely relentless. Ruffian here with a big combo, damaging into the corner. Gets that Blanka shot off. Easy not falling, but loses to the throw. Oh, and we got the shimmy, masterclass shimmy right there.
Yeah, and that familiarity goes both ways because Ruffian's going to know when to shimmy, when to hold back, when to step away, because he's going to know when something like this is coming from Easy.
Yep, Easy keeping that pressure on with the drive rush, but eats the OD Blanka ball. But nope, back throw, get you in the corner. Oh, Ruffian with the perfect parry and his own back throw. Just tossing each other back and forth right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, is this Street Fighter 6 or WWE? Because that's a lot of throws, suplexes, tosses into the corner.
I know, right? Single
next,
individual
an
hits
switch?
here. There we go.
for the
Blanka ball
Blanka-chan.
from full screen. Yeah. Blanka-chan, excuse me. Yeah. Easy
Both, I
not
think,
falling
for
for
a
it,
second
keeping
there.
that defensive front up. But oh, gets thrown out of the drive impact attempt. But finds it with the crouching medium kick. Keeping the pressure on with the drive rush, forcing Ruffian into burnout, chipping him down, taking the round.
And what a way to take the round indeed. A good way to not only forcibly take back some momentum, but put things in perspective for Ruffian, who has to know he's not going to have an easy walk to Grand Finals, to his 7th Breakout title. It's just not going to be that simple.
No, it's not. You're not going to walk in there easy. You're going to have to fight every second to get in there.
Yeah, mixes the grab, gets shimmied in return. Bit of vengeance for the end of the first round. Here comes the super and a lot of damage. But of course, Ruffian has that critical art whenever he wants it. Misses the grab. Easy with the raw read. Jumps over it. Immediate punish. Immediate kill. Tied set.
Just throwing it right back there in that immediate next game. There we go. Ruffian again, bringing that pressure. OD Blanka ball lands straight into drive rush. But easy again, drive rushing in past the Blanka-chan. Goes for the shimmy. Throwing Ruffian into the corner. Keeps the pressure on. Another throw. Foot stomp does not land. Ruffian
Not
keeping
quite
it
able
up.
to
But
get
again, throw, burnout. Just can't get out of that corner.
Ruffian is not fighting like himself. I was talking up Easy's familiarity with him, but usually it's a bit more back and forth than this. The past 3 rounds have been all Easy.
Yep, here we go. Ruffian fighting it with that drive rush. Standing heavy kick. Drive rush. Ooh, Blanka ball. Makes up it. Super.
Yeah. Oh, drive rushes straight into an EX Blanka ball, gets back thrown, and Blanka, Ruffian right in his face again. Easy trying to maintain the momentum he's built up over the past 3 rounds.
Yep, keeping it up. A little bit low down here, but yep, again, going right past the Blanka-chan, not letting Ruffian have access to using it to keep pressure on.
Yeah, goes for the Blanka-chan setup again, but a little too far away to really accomplish anything, but catches him with it. I think Easy forgot about Blanka-chan, did a side switch while Ruffian was in the air, and got zapped by it.
Just zapped by it. Now in burnout, playing it a little bit safer here, not trying to commit. Goes right past the Blanka-chan.
Yep. Takes care of it, knocks it off the screen, and now in burnout, but jumps away from the drive rush, restores some space, gets out of burnout, has plenty of drive of his own, rushes in, has level 2 if he wants it, doesn't need it, now up 2-1, and the champion is in trouble.
Oh yeah, we got Easy has just been keeping this dominance now for these last few rounds. Again, trying to keep that Blanka-chan out of space, but again, nope. Ruffian throwing it down and leaving it there, gets the slide. Blanka-chan still coming in, doesn't matter, gets thrown.
Yeah, that's actually something Ruffian likes to do a lot because you have to account both for his main attack and the Blanka-chan running around. So you kind of have to choose which you're going to defend, and either way it worsens your position. The Germans call this Zugzwang.
There we go again. Easy with these double shimmies here, back and back shimmy, keeping it up, just stocking up now from full screen with Ruffian not having much of an answer for it.
Yeah,
Easy
Ruffian
taking
having
advantage
a
of
good
those
time.
stocks.
Gets
Just
rid of the
smacking that
Blanka-chan.
Blanka-chan out of there. Still able to parry the drive impact, so she's not knocked back.
Yep, not quite, but gets a bit of a super going, gets that off, knocks him back into the corner with a hefty chunk of life missing, and Ruffian again and again hasn't been able to make these throws happen. It seems like he whiffs them a lot, Easy shimmies him a lot, he's just not able to grapple like he has been the rest of the night.
No, it seems like a lot of attempts where he believes a throw is going to come, so he's just trying to throw it out there, but nope.
Yeah.
Easy already in the air, out of the way, backed off, and then ready to punish.
Yep, or right here, you know, perfect parry straight into a grab, and that's where Ruffian's at his best. He sets up these grabs with ways that you are not in a position, frame-wise, to do anything about it, but when he just throws them out to throw them out, Easy's teeing off on him.
Ruffian again, huge drop there from Easy off the anti-air, but the pinwheel didn't connect. Ruffian amazingly there to connect, punish, and then do that big old combo to seal it off.
Ruffian has to be
Trying to
careful,
just bring a
though,
little bit of
because
momentum back here.
because EC is still on set point, even with this throw setup. You see this again, how he was forcing EC to choose how he was going to take damage, basically, either to the Blanka or the throw. EC chose the throw, and has had a hard time getting out of this corner. Here comes the super, but is Ruffian able to do anything with it? Blocks the entire string, but not quite. EC knocked onto the ground. Not able to give up the back, Ruffian not able to get a side switch going, but forces him into burnout and keeps him up against the wall. But EC reads the jump in coming, gets the momentum back, and of course only needs to win this one round to go ahead.
Ruffian in a bad spot in the corner, both burnt out, but EC's going to come out of that burnout a little bit sooner, putting him into a good spot, but lands the level 3 off the critical art.
Yeah, and that is not quite gonna be it, but Ruffian in a bad place. He wants to hold on to his belt. The drive rush comes in, takes the throw, uses the Blanka ball to get away from the pressure, but he's in stun! He's in stun! EC goes on to grand final. The champion is headed down to loser.
But in a bracket match where that opportunity isn't there, that's scary.
Yeah, especially when there's actual money on it, like right now. And if you want some more money to be on it, chat, exclamation point Maturino as Liquid O already bringing the fire.
Closdra trying to punish that little bit of that teleport there in the float. Just comes rushing in there.
Yes.
Liquid keep using that teleport to stay on top of Closdra, not letting him have space, not letting him breathe. But no, now he's backing off, creating a little bit of space himself, but Closdra trying to bring it in, lands the throw, starts the offense, gets that crouching medium kick off. Again, Liquid just slapping back, keeping it off, keeping it on top of him, using that teleport.
Yeah, really likes this teleport. You could see in his last match against Triumph that he was doing a great job of mixing things up and keeping his opponent from getting comfortable. Gonna go to that same well again with Closdra, gets his super going, and we'll see if more of that teleport mix-up comes into play.
Playing it a little bit safer there, using that anti-air, but not committing to anything. Just throwing out some fireballs now. Closdra's at low life. He needs to find something but teleport into the cross-up. That little bit of a delay just to beat out the parry.
Hard to get lower life than no life, that's for sure.
Yep. There we go. Liquid with the great backdash there to avoid the drive rush attempt. Perfect parries the Blanka ball. Oof, goodness. Playing amazing defense here, but finds himself getting thrown into the corner, but the backdash to avoid the wake-up throw.
Yeah, just great awareness from Liquid O, knowing what his opponent's going to do before he does it. Potentially before Closdra knew what he was going to do. Uses the teleport again, breaks that back out to get into close. Has critical art if he wants to steal the deal. Sorry, that was actually Closdra with critical art. And going to use that to try to steal back momentum. Nowhere near going to kill him, of course. But that's a hunky chunk of life.
Oh, but Liquid just, and seeing that jump attempt, getting in there, getting a little bit of a combo off into his own level 3 just to seal it off and take this first point. Liquid really being aggressive in this matchup right now. Like really, like is getting a knockdown, teleporting to stay on top, so there's pressure right when Closdra wakes up, and he hasn't found quite an answer to that yet.
Yeah, it goes for the slide right off the jump, but this time Closdra ready for it. Not quite able to do much. Both of them respecting the space, trying to wait for the opponent to come in. And something that's interesting, Clostra's not having as much luck picking up those extended hitboxes as Triumph was. So Closdra is on the other end of these long stretchy pokes and not able to punish them as effectively.
No, but finding a little bit of space there, getting in on the throw, not getting anything afterwards, finding himself just getting pushed out. But ooh, try rush into standing medium kick, finds it. But nope, Liquid answers back, throwing him out, staying on top with the float.
Yeah, you were talking about how he likes to use that teleport to stay on top. And right now, not getting a whole lot of luck, gets the grab going, and Closdra keeps him in the corner. Backs off a little, anticipating some shenanigans, possibly hoping for a Yoga teleport, and that's a lot of fire coming his way. Backs off until they get off the screen, but not able to stop this teleport.
Oh, the amazing fireball right when the button land, does the teleport into a button, finds ground. Now just floating up in the air, taking a little bit of time, throwing off Closdra's game here. Ooh, jumping heavy punch, finds it, just throwing those limbs out.
Yep, gets a parry, and reads him jumping in for the anti-air. I mean, it's just so hard to get in on Liquid O, almost unless he wants you to be.
Yeah, he wants you to be so then he could do something a little bit different. But oh, Closdra almost with the jump in, but Liquido with the perfect parry and the long range throw here. Giving that space, but no, Closdra finds it in off the drive rush, but doesn't quite keep the combo going. Going straight into level 2 here, trying to keep that pressure up. He does not want to have to fight his way back in again.
Yeah, gets him stuck in the corner, but eats a super for his trouble. Is he going to be able to activate that Blanka shot? Doesn't need it! Gets through the super with a grab! I think if I'm Liquido, I stop using that, because that's the exact same thing that happened last time I pulled that one out.
Yep, ooh, there we go, but Closdra does not find it with the OD upwards ball. Getting punished for it, finding himself again back at full screen, somewhere where he's had trouble finding ways to get in on Liquido.
Yeah, and having a lot of trouble indeed. Gets into burnout, jumps in off the Blanka ball. Not quite able to make much happen from it though, and picked off with the Yoga Fireball. This set has been all Liquido.
He has just remained completely in control of just the flow of these matches right here.
Yeah, you could almost say he's flexible because of yoga.
Yeah, he's almost being inflexible with this, his inability to let Closdra just get anything really started. You know, Closdra has been dropping a few things here or there, or leaving some gaps, and Liquid is ready right there to pick it up.
Switches to the Ken. Speaking of flexibility, that's an interesting call. I think, you know, obviously the Blanka wasn't working for him. He's going to hope for a bit of a more conventional play set. But, of course, Ken's not that different from Luke at the end of the day, and Liquido just beat one.
Yeah, and again, coming in already 2 matches behind. That's a long hill to climb with the character swap this late.
Yeah, and the bouncing fireball throwing him off, but gets a good shorty repa going and gets knocked back. He has neutral going again. Air fireball coming, floats over the Hadoken and gets the teleport mix-up, but not able to capitalize on it. This time, Closdra getting through the string.
There we go again. We have talked to last time about Liquido using a lot of different parts of his toolkit. We haven't seen him do crouching heavy punch much, and now he's been throwing it out a bunch in this match.
Yeah. Teleports away from the fireball to get behind, but the side switch is there, and it seems like Closdra's getting a little wise to that trick. So because Liquid likes to mix things up, as he said, I'm not surprised if we see that disappear for a bit.
Yeah, oh, of course not. And again, now we're starting to see a little bit of that mix-up, a little bit of a quick little float into nothing, into landing into throw. Right, he was doing a lot of quick overheads, and then now he's switching that up. No longer quick overheads, fake out overheads into throwing attempts, which worked out, gave him a round. Now he's sitting on set point.
Yeah, whiffs the grab, but doing a great job of staying on top of Liquido with these dash-ins while Liquid's on the ground. But teleports there, tries to force him back. You know, gets the carry off the fireball, drive rushes in behind his own Hadoken. Has level one if he wants it. Liquido with the level 3 floats over the Hadoken again. Anti-air fireball, drive rushes in, and Closdra forced onto the back foot.
Closdra in, back to the corner, but Liquid on low life, but sitting on 3 bars, but ooh, Closdra with a big pickup here. He could seal this off, he could do a lot of damage, take a round. There we go, there we go, sealing it off.
If I'm Closdra, that is a big breath of air I absolutely needed, because obviously Liquido on the door to losers finals, and Closdra not only has to win this next round, he has to win 2 more games.
The hill to climb, but again, getting that first round is just that first little step to trying to take this game back for himself. Ooh, finds a little bit of ground there off the low, goes for the jump in. Liquid is ready with that perfect parry, throwing him back into the corner, trying to take the pace back of this match.
Yeah, Closdra trying to respect the spacing bit, backing off, trying to make Closdra try to rush in. But of course, he's playing from behind, but he's already got a healthy life disadvantage. And Closdra very happy with these parries. Sometimes you'll see him quickly baited out into parrying into thin air because he's too early on it, which shows me that he's very quick on that button.
He's very quick on it. He's trying to anticipate when these happen. Ooh, great jump over from Closdra there to stay out of that fireball and stay out of that mix-up that Liquid was trying to put on. Again, not falling for these teleport mix-ups, holding that defensive front, having to get thrown because no button is getting in.
Yeah, parries the Hadoken though. What a quick reaction from Liquid O, because he was in the middle of a move when that came his way, but he still parried it no problem.
Liquid going back to that long-range game that he seemed to be a little effective for, especially back against Triumph. Oh, slides under the fireball! Is this into the level 3? Will this be enough?
Oh my goodness, it might be. It might be. It's not quite.
No,
but that
Closdra with
is
just
not-
a little bit left. And Burnout
And
gets
the
hit by the double
fireball.
fireball. Oof. Straight into Burnout, straight into chip damage.
Defending champion home.
Coming in hot and heavy with this drive rush, keeping out big jump in. Liquid ready for it, but ooh, gets eaten by the throw. Finding himself in the corner. Ooh, bad spacing on that dive kick.
Yeah, good way for Ruffian to force Liquido to open up, gets the drive rush straight into the throw attempt, goes for another grab though, and an interesting strategy from Liquid, bringing up the teleports to force spacing and disrupt Ruffian's timing.
Yep, here we go. Liquid attempting to try and set the pace of the match, trying to slow Ruffian down here, avoiding that Blanka-chan. Hitting the aerial, but gotta watch out for the Blanka-chan. Doesn't matter. Again, like you said, he forces you to think about the Blanka-chan, and you're not thinking about the throw.
Yeah, and he loves to set up his throws like that. He got a lot of results off that all night, especially against EC. That was mostly when he was competing with the throws. Not gonna need to worry about it this time. I mean, you can teleport in on it, but then you're right in the face of an angry Ruffian, and what are you gonna do then?
Angry Beast, who's just doing a great job right now of staying on top. Gets the air ball. Again, Liquid waking up with Wake Up level 2. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, but Ruffian knocks himself into it. Oh, and even eats the fireball. Yep, he just spun right into it. I was just about to say it hasn't worked, and I just ate my words.
Yeah, I was interested in the fact that Ruffian kind of just froze there for a moment. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but he takes the first game pretty quickly anyway, so maybe that just knocked the cobwebs out.
Yeah, he just was quite not sure what to do, but ooh, finds it with the jump in off that jumping heavy kick. Throwing and just juggling Liquid here into the corner. Stays on top of him. Blanka ball to stay on. Just finds it again, keeping it going. Gets the Blanka-chan out. Liquid teleporting to stay out of that corner. See if you can remember Blanka-chan is there, but no, he gets hit by the cross of Blanka-chan. Low on life. Just nothing left. Falls to the throw. Ruffian just dominant round here.
Yeah, very, very strong showing from the returning champion, but not as much this time. This time, Liquid able to read him coming in and force his space and keep him from being able to comfortably drive in. Gets in off the yoga ball, Blanka ball, and keeping track of two characters at once. Jumps over the grab attempt like he knew it was coming, and here comes a throw into the corner.
Yep, Liquid doing a great job here of setting some pacing here, slowing Ruffian down, denying his jump-ins, denying the Blanka balls. Falling to the throw right here, but we'll see. Yep, throw. Ruffian staying on top. Goes for the low. Straight into the level 2 activation. Getting a little crazy here. Juggling straight into the corner. Gets the Blanka-chan out. Liquid waking up, getting that drive reversal, creating that space, teleporting in, getting the cross and finding ground. Again, just quick overhead there. Straight into just level 1 activation here. Just not quite enough. Liquid and finding himself in Burnout. Gets hit by the cross up.
Liquid. Oh. Alright, he might not. He goes for it again.
And it worked!
Oh, wait. It worked! It worked!
It worked!
Ruffian ran right into it, ran himself onto the activation, and that was quite the read from Liquido to know that he would run into it.
Yeah, he's playing 4D chess apparently this whole time with that level 2 when he's been using it.
Ooh,
drive rush into throw.
Aren't paying up for him though.
Oh, ooh, we got a little bit too much spacing there for the throw. Both of them whiffing. Ruffian straight into another install activation. Playing a little bit of just basketball over here in the corner.
Definitely
using the Blanka-chan to dribbling Blanka-chan for extended combo. Just quite not enough to finish it off, but doesn't matter. Lands the crouching medium kick. Taking another game, 2-0 Ruffian.
Yeah, Liquido's sticking with his guns, credit where it's due, not even thinking about switching straight into the next game and taking the fight right to Ruffian. Backs off away from the slide. Here comes the Blanka-chan setup again. We'll see if Ruffian is going to activate from out here or if he's waiting for Liquido to approach closer. Brings the fight to him, sets up another throw, gets it back towards that corner, drive rushes in and hounds him, but misses the grab and an anti-air Blanka ball, but runs itself onto an air fireball, and Liquid able to claw back.
Just amazing pickup off of that. Seeing the air fireball land, drive rushing in to catch it up, and then into the level 1 activation just to kind of throw that extra damage on, put Ruffian in burnout, stealing it off, answering with this round.
Yeah, and that is a desperately needed round. We've been talking about momentum and the mental stack. He activates the Blanka, no sign of it, might have been knocked off the screen, and keeps himself cool, calm, and collected. Keeps Blanka and Ruffian on the other end. Floats away from the drive rush, reset coming in, and this is all Liquid right now. Floats over the Russian attempt.
Yep, keeping it up, landing that overhead into the quick little combo here, forcing Ruffian back into full screen. Again, he's noticing when these throw attempts are coming. He's jumping out of them. He's avoiding the short Blanka ball into grab attempts now, throwing out of it. Ruffian trying to get something started with the level 2 activation. Liquid with the drive reversal, teleporting out, letting those buttons answering back with his first point.
I mean, we were saying we're not going to see any 3-0s this point forward, and I am believing what you're saying. The perfect parry off the wake-up Blanka ball to start the round, and they are just going at it.
Yeah, just slugging it out. Again, Ruffian setting some pace here in this match. Ooh, a little bit too far for the whiff, for the throw at whiffs, but finds the perfect parry off the crouching medium. But nope, it's Liquid just with the teleport into the mix-up, throwing Ruffian into the corner, keeping that pressure on this time. Gets the anti-air. Yep, backing out away from the Blanka ball, avoiding the grab attempt.
Perfect parries are waking up too. He's getting a lot better timing on those, and better timing on reading these jump-ins and these aerial options. It feels like more and more often when Ruffian tries to take to the air, there's some kind of answer waiting for him.
Yep, he's already there. Liquid understanding when to throw these things out here, but now Ruffian switching it up a little bit, throwing out the Blanka earlier, finding his ground with that throw, but no, Liquid answers, says no, get off me, gets that drive reversal off, goes for the teleport mix-up into tick throw, keeping that fireball pressure up, crouching, good, regular heavy punch. Oh my goodness, with the response on drive, impact, juggle into level 1, keeping himself with a lot of super meter on hand.
Yep, and Ruffian fighting out a burnout, but he has level 3 if he wants it. He has 2 Blanka if he wants them. Here comes level 2 activation, and that might be enough. Not quite. Not quite enough. Liquid not letting the story be written here. Not letting it end this way. Not going to let Ruffian onto set point just yet. Teleports in, but Ruffian ready for it. Not ready for that one. Getting mixed up, but puts himself on set point.
Oh my goodness. Great job from Liquid there to do the drive reversal just before he was forced into burnout, just to create a little bit of space so Ruffian couldn't stay on top of him with that level 2. Almost saved him in that round.
Almost, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and Ruffian trying to seal the deal and end the story. Gets thrown to the corner for his trouble, stuck on the end of the Yoga Fireball. Teleport mix-up comes in, parrying and blocking most of it. Here comes the super, and that is going to be a world of hurt and a lot of desperately needed momentum.
Yep, just taking it straight onto the big life lead here early on into the match. Keeping that Yoga Flame going for the double overhead fake out there. Just floating in the air, avoiding that Blanka, almost lands on it. Ruffian trying to force him into it, but not quite enough there. Catches the teleport attempt this time. Yep, he knows it's coming.
Over the drive rush, floats over it, blocks the second one, not able to get a grab. Ruffian forced back into the corner, teleports right back into his face, and a burnout is not a threat to Liquid, who takes the game and keeps himself in this tournament.
Oh my goodness.
Get used to each other to build a plan. So I wonder how their new game plans are going to shake out.
Yeah, and a little bit of time. Single final match. Here we go. Liquid already getting off that anti-air, throwing Ruffian off to the other side, trying to set the pace of the match here. Jumps out of the boy at the Blanka ball, but gets caught on the way down. Oof, Ruffian getting that jumping heavy kick. Just juggling it, making it hurt.
Off to a very fast start and really dominating the pace of this first round. Liquid not having much of a chance to get comfortable, which I suppose makes sense. Uses a teleport mix-up, breaks out the throw, and keeps him on the back foot, keeps him in the corner. Here comes the Blanka setup. We know how much Ruffian likes to set up tricky situations with Blanka. Here comes the activation. That's going to be bouncing across the stage, but Liquid floats over it, but lands on it anyway.
Oh my goodness, both at low life. Liquid just trying to hold on, but just survives and gets the drive impact off. Liquid taking it over Ruffian. Already on set point here.
other way
Ruffian.
around, but I totally understand you getting mixed up there because who wouldn't be? And Ruffian trying to earn his way to grand finals. I don't think he's happy about that speed test. Gets thrown out of the way of restoration or neutral. Teleports back in. Yoga floats over the grab. Teleports back in. But Ruffian was expecting that. Oh wait, I understand what happened here. The names are mixed up. That's why I was.
Yeah, the names are mixed up. Yeah. There you go. Ruffian getting that
okay.
insta. Ruffian's got the insta, but Liquid not letting him have a chance to really take full advantage of that meter he just spent. But no, Ruffian finds his way in, gets the throw.
All right.
Liquid sitting at low life. Oh, and Ruffian just.
Final round.
Yep. Another final game, final round.
Okay, this time I am right way around. I was just looking at the health meters and that. But here we go. That throw is faded out. Not able to get there. Super comes out. This one has worked on Ruffian a lot after a night full of no luck. Floats over that, but Ruffian loves that Blanka ball into throw setup. Here it comes again, another throw, and Liquid really needs to make something happen back.
He does. He tried to go for a drive reversal, but Ruffian was prepared for it. Did a long jump in just to avoid it. Liquid in a bad spot. Low life, burnt out in the corner, gets caught teleporting. Ruffian taking it in this replay of the final match. Again, moving on.
Finals coming up finally after a very long climb up the mountain. So let's see the tale of the tape. 7 matches played for EC, playing with Juri, an 86% win rate and a match point conversion of 100%. 6 times. EC was first to match point and won 6 matches, and the recent results speak for themselves. 2-time champion of the Breakout Series, 13th place finish at Can Opener 145, 11th place finish at FFS 38, and just a monster, a problem for anyone he runs into on any given night, including the champion Ruffian himself.
Yeah, just a problem that he's already made himself back in that winners finals match. Just immediately playing that dominant game, keeping Ruffian from getting started and securing his spot in grand finals.
Yeah, and what a spot it was as we run into the defending champion trying to keep his round. 13 matches in top 8, 7 wins, 7 times first to match point, 86% match point conversion rate, and a win rate of 54%. He is your 6-time champion here at Breakout Series. I think that's right. And
yeah, that's right.
Finish,
that's what we're playing.
We're going with that. 9th place finish at No God, No Neutral 11. 2nd at NCA Live Online Edition of Big Threat. Anywhere in the Mexican Street Fighter scene he goes, taking on players of the caliber of Uriel Valorio, Jazdero, and every tough fighting Mexican champion there is down in Street Fighter south of the border. He is RUFIANmx, and he is hoping for his 7th title tonight.
I know. Do you think if he gets to 10, does he run out of fingers to put the rings on?
I think so. I think he has to start using his toes.
You know what? I feel like that would work for his
And
first
we
two spars.
might-
Might be back. We're coming in at least. Let's hope. I'm gonna keep all my fingers and my toes crossed right now.
I'm not saying anything until I see them both press something.
Okay, they both moved.
Okay.
We're on.
All right, we're in. Real grand finals, everybody.
There we go. Easy coming in hard there first, but Ruffian throwing him back into the corner, keeping that corner pressure on. Easy trying to poke his way out. Lands it on the dive kick.
Yeah, they are both incredibly aggressive. It feels like they were both pent up for so long that now that they have the go-ahead, it is off to the races. That is full pedal to the metal from the word go. Parries through the entire super, counters it with a heavy kick, drives EC back, and almost gets him into the corner, gets him in burnout, takes a lightning fast first round.
I mean, it's like there was 2 dogs held on their leashes that wanted to just fight, and they were finally just let loose in that round. They just immediately went straight at it. Ruffian here hiding behind, trying to set up Blanka-chan. It's still coming in there. You got to watch out for it. Gets the jump over into the throw. Easy with the reversal here. Quick. Yeah, getting a little in there, trying to keep that pressure on, using that drive reversal to stay on top of Easy. Finds a little bit of ground, gets that knockdown, lands the throw on Wake Up.
All right,
tries to shimmy. Easy's not falling for it. Jumps out of there.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of what happened in Winners Final too, where EC's baiting out these grab attempts that whiff, and then going low, switching levels on Ruffian, and punishing him for pressing.
Yep, there we go. And again, challenging that drive rush right there, putting good work with that crouching medium kick throughout that whole round. Just opening Ruffian up and then sealing it off there at the end.
Okay, it looks like they were maybe testing the connection for a bit there, but it looks like we're fine. We didn't need to get jump scared.
No. But Ruffian coming in, trying to jump scare, going into the install activation, trying to get a little tricky there, but nope, Izzy is not going to hold that.
Both of them have very good parry timing, which I have to imagine comes from being so familiar with each other's playstyle.
Yeah. Ruffian again finding those lanes, but no! Izzy counters the drive impact with level 3, doing big damage here and taking that momentum back.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a hefty chunk of life. But Ruffian not fighting deterred at all. Goes for the grab, gets tagged, jumps in, gets anti-aired rather, and Easy very happy with these drive rushes, but gets caught on a jump in, brings out the Blanka-chan, gets the slide going, back throws, but misses the Blanka-chan, was probably hoping to throw Easy into it. The fireball comes out, EC jumps in, Ruffian jumps over, gives up some momentum, the Blanka-chan is still there, doesn't need it, and Ruffian takes the first game!
Oh my goodness, it's huge. It's a big moment there, taking that first point, taking that little bit of a lead here. Coming in heavy here with the drive rush, double drive rush, keeping it on, juggling Easy over into the corner, staying on top of him with the Blanka ball, but nope. Easy's trying to get out with that dive kick, doesn't quite work out, getting thrown back into the corner, juggled again. Ruffian dropping that Blanka-chan, activating it to extend his combo, getting in there with the upward ball. And oh my goodness, just intense, unending pressure. Ruffian just taking that. It's that crazy first round.
Okay, on the plus side, as far as I can tell, that was a legitimate perfect.
Yes, that was a legit perfect. That was not Easy disconnecting again.
Yeah.
Which just makes that all more impressive after all we've seen tonight.
Absolutely. I just started to get scared for a second there, understandably.
That's fair. That's fair. As soon as I saw blocking happen, I'm like, okay, maybe something's happening.
Okay, yeah. Alright. And Easy really just trying to get back in this no perfects this time and a commanding life lead. But in Street Fighter 6, that can disappear in an instant as Ruffian is trying to demonstrate.
Ruffian forcing Easy back into the corner. He's trying to fight his way out. Both players looking for ground here. And Ruffian losing to the anti-air.
Easy is so good and consistent with that anti-air, and it shuts down a lot of Ruffian's aerial options because he has to have that kick in mind. He has to have that anti-air in mind, and has to have in mind that that's coming out anytime he jumps.
The perfect parry into the pinwheel to punish and just steal some time off of that install activation there from Ruffian.
Yeah.
Again, holding that block, playing amazing defense here in the corner, just holding it down.
Straight into super, but that's blocked too. And Ruffian also very good on the defense. Forces Easy into burnout, gets a throw into the corner. Is he gonna go for another one? He is, but Easy techs it, forces him to back off a little. He's gaining back meter, starting to come a little out of burnout, gets the cross up the side switch. The Blanka-chan comes out, but a little too far away. Ruffian can't get much out of it, backs off towards it. That is giving Ruffian all the room he needs. Blanka-chan is activated, but then discarded. The pinwheel comes out, and now it's Ruffian in the corner, but he throws out.
Oh my goodness, again, straight back into this level 2 install, but so far Easy has not been falling for any of this, able to just hold down the defensive front against just this onslaught of Blanka balls, but fighting his way out, finds the foot stop to keep Ruffian down on the ground, punishes with the perfect parry on the Blanka ball, drive rushing after, but not quite able to hold on to it. Ruffian looking to create a little bit of space here with the Blanka-chan, but Izzy does not care at all. Getting in, finding ground, big combo, big damage, big finish.
Hope you're comfy, chat. We're gonna be here a while.
This is gonna be back and forth. We are already 1-1 here in grand finals.
Already, and of course, Ruffian has a whole nother set to play if he takes this one. But Easy playing like he wants to go home early.
He does, right? Amazing use of jumping over that Blanka-chan, dive kick to grab him out of the air, continuing the combo, going for the pinwheel heel now. Ooh, getting caught a little bit on the Blanka-chan activation, but getting hit with the command grab this time, something we don't see very often from Ruffian.
Yeah, often doesn't get a chance or see the need, and you know, it's like when we're cooking. We have a whole pantry to our disposal, but do we use every ingredient every meal? No. We choose our tools for the situation at hand.
Open Ruffian here with the big stun to close it out, taking another round here in the match 3.
Yeah, taking the first round, obviously very important momentum. Backs off far enough and brings in the EX Blanka ball, trying to break the ice of it. An easy parry from EC, who is getting juggled like a pinata ball. I've never heard somebody juggling a pinata, but maybe he'll start.
Hey, you never know. That's just how crazy we get here.
Yeah.
There we go. Ruffian finding ground with using the air Blanka ball, going down in. Blocks out the super activation with a big Punisher into his own level 3, taking it up now 2-1.
Yeah, and this is absolutely the momentum he wants to set, and EC just not able to get in there. It makes what do you think Ruffian is doing differently from his performance in Winners Finals?
I think it's really just he switched it up a little bit. He's not playing exactly the same way. He's backing off purposely now. Right? We're not seeing him be so super aggressive that he was in that Winners Finals. He's actually taking a little bit more of a measured approach, being aggressive in points, then backing off and letting Easy kind of do a little something, but he can then try and counter it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You see him doing it now, in fact, creating room for that Blanka ball to come out, gets the parries going, and is not quite as trigger happy on them. Eats a throw for his trouble, but here comes the punish counter. Blanka-chan comes out. He doesn't quite go for it. He's backing off to get close to the Blanka-chan, looking for his opportunity to activate it. Here it comes, but Easy blocks it, gets the side switch into a throw, and as often as not, the Blanka-chan's not supposed to hit you. It's supposed to open you up for Ruffian to grab you.
Yeah, it's pretty much been his MO throughout all these matches we've seen. Is he doesn't use it to hit you, he uses it to distract you while he goes up and grabs you. Because you have to block that. If you get hit by that, you're going to take more damage than if you were to just try and throw you.
And he's happy to just hit you into it if you do get around the throw. But this time, Easy with a head stomp to keep himself in the round.
Amazing aerial game at the end of that round. Just head stomps, dive kicks, just Ruffian trying to jump out of that corner, and Easy was right there every time, ready to send him back in.
Easy in general seems to be the superior aerial player. He's got the anti-airs ready whenever Ruffian jumps in. He has the head stomps and the dive kicks we were just highlighting. He's very great with his command over the pinwheels, and Ruffian really tries to keep things grounded.
Does. Ruffian here playing a little bit of a silly game. But yeah, again, Easy coming in with the air-to-air, landing the drive impact, getting a big stun in the corner, sitting on 3 bars. He could do a lot here.
Yeah, absolutely. Not going to really need it. Ruffian has critical art, but it's going to be a question of if he even has a chance to use it, or if he wants to, because he could put himself on reset point with it, if need be, if properly used, lands himself on the fireball, sliver of life left, and he's hesitating. He's a little worried about going in. He activates the level 2, and is he going to do anything with it? He's kind of just waiting for his opening, his move.
Playing very defensive, measured approach.
Here comes the throw, finally makes some action happen. About to run out of that activation, has so little health to work with. And of course, Easy has the level 3, but not gonna need it, and this set is tied.
Oh my goodness. Back and forth, back and forth.
You just can't tell with these two. I don't know.
But this is... I was just saying, this is the do or die moment for Ruffian. This is the match he needs to win if he wants to stay in this and continue and try and defend that championship, get that 7th title belt. Keeping Easy in the corner right now, landing those throws, keeping the pressure on. Easy with the wake up OD pinwheel. Big whiff on the jumping heavy kick.
That pinwheel is there for him again and again, as are those parries and his ability to break the throws. There comes the anti-air kick that I was talking about again and again. EC seems to have that whenever he needs it, and Ruffian backing off low. He goes for the Blanka ball. Oh, and the Blanka-chan heading in. It's EC with it, finally, and gets right in his face, but the throws grab, tries to get him in the corner, eaten up with the pinwheel, and the aerial game is all EC.
It's all been easy here. Ruffian again sticking it on the ground now, taking a little slow. Both players measuring each other out. Ruffian charging up, getting those Blanka balls off, but not able to get anything in on Easy. Easy drive rushing in, crouching medium kick, nothing off of it, but tries it again, finds ground, gets a big combo here, juggling and pushing Ruffian in the corner, ending on level 1. Not quite enough, but sitting pretty right now. Just needs to jump over the grab attempt into the foot dive. Taking it now, Easy on tournament point.
about to take the belt from his own teammate who opens things up in aggressive fashion. Another throw. Is he going to go for a third? He's not going to get a chance to. Both of them trading in the pocket and goes for the parry, but it's baited out early. And here comes another throw and goes for the OD pinwheel. But this time Ruffian was expecting it. Gets him in the corner, puts him in burnout, and Easy can't get out. Easy can't get out. He's stunned, and Ruffian keeps himself alive. This is the final round. This is tournament point or reset point.
There we go. Easy using that drive rush to go past the Blanka-chan, getting Ruffian into the corner, keeping that pressure on with the throw, dashing up, jumping over. Ruffian able to jump out, but gets clipped. Easy into the level 3. This is going to be a big chunk of damage, putting Ruffian in a very tight spot.
Has critical art after this, but it's going to be a question of if he goes for the head stomp again. Parry gets a perfect parry into a back throw, but this is not the time to be creating so much space or going for that level 2. It's a question of if he can get enough damage going, gets through Easy's drive run, but Easy is blocking the entire string. This is masterful defense from Easy. Gets into the corner, but parries the Blanka ball, uses the fireball to advance, give himself some room, has so little health to work with. Is this going to be the exchange that seals the deal? Not if Ruffian has anything to say about it. Keeps him in the corner, brings Blanka-chan out. Here comes the throw. Is he going to go for another one? And Easy jumps up to avoid the opportunity. He activates. Ruffian tries to go for it, catches him on the Blanka-chan. Is he going to reset? This is slivers of health. One interaction away. But
oh, and he gets the throw!
We have a new champion! EC! EC! EC!
Oh! Just so